Friends with differences.
Friends with differences.
Friends with differences.
Friends with differences.
Friends with Differences podcast.
Oh, no, we're good.
Episode 6.
Boom.
Mason, thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
I
guys.
appreciate it. And check out the
Midwest
Crisis on Spotify.
The Midwest Crisis on Spotify, soon to be on Apple Music. It's great. We do it with Steven. Hopefully we'll have these guys on soon.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, a brilliantly entertaining podcast. You are fantastically entertaining yourself.
I had a blast. You guys are entertaining. So I wouldn't have been having a good time if you guys weren't a good time. So
well, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
So for the people, what did we talk about this podcast?
Oh boy, we got back into AI.
Of course.
A little bit of AI, a little bit of conspiracies.
Absolutely.
A little bit of education, you know. Parties
are
podcasting in general.
Podcasting in general.
Hey,
that was the first 20 minutes.
Podcast.
That was the first. Yeah, we talked very technically about the podcast.
We did go very technical.
Which, yeah, if this is the intro, sorry if you're not really into the behind the scenes stuff, but
it happened.
Yeah, it happened, and honestly, I mean, it's really interesting, and I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah, it's great education. If it's not interesting, I don't care, you know. It's interesting. I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
And the more you know, the more you learn. What is a podcast in its raw form? Find out this podcast. But
hell yeah.
Thanks for coming out, Mason.
Dude, thanks for the invite.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you guys. Seriously.
Episode 6. Check it out. The Midwest Crisis. Friends with Differences podcast. Cheers. Enjoy the show.
The crossover coming soon.
Friends with differences.
Friends with differences. Friends with differences.
All right. Cheers. To the Friends with Differences podcast.
Friends with Differences.
Cheers.
As I say with every episode, hot start.
Hot start.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Friends with Differences podcast with our special guest, Mason.
Oh, hey.
That one.
How's it going, guys? Thank you so much, dude. Seriously, like when you texted me and were like, "Would you want to come on?" I was like, "Dude, yes, I would love to."
Yeah. No, high expectations, Mason. No, I'm just kidding. No, excited to have you on. To hopefully teach us something about podcasts.
Hey, man, I'd be lying if I said I'd hope. If I'd be lying if I said I kind of wasn't hoping to learn something too. That's what I'm trying to say.
Dude,
no, it's
the
awesome.
The podcasting community is so beautiful.
It's awesome, bro.
I'm so happy to be in this space. Look at us go.
Look at us go.
So, yeah, rumor has it, if you haven't heard, the Midwest Crisis is out, you know. Mason hosts his podcast.
We right there? The Midwest Crisis. Yes, find it almost wherever you pod. Actually, only on Spotify because we're working on that. If you listen, something with the RSS feed, podcaster. Get it. It's on Spotify for sure. We're working on getting it on Apple Music, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is on Apple Music either. To be honest, I think it is, but I haven't checked because I only use Spotify.
Yes, I'll have
Not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
Spotify pay us.
But we are looking.
You know, if you want. You know, we can strike a deal if you want.
Dude, well, that's what, like, I tell Steven all the time. They overpaid for Rogan.
Spotify did? I
Yeah.
have no idea how much they paid.
I go based off,
We can ask Alexa.
I thought I heard somewhere
Faster than
in
Alexa.
the couple 100 million, I think, like 100 or 200 maybe.
Probably.
So it's not exclusive though, is it?
Yeah.
Exclusive.
It's exclusive.
he puts-
Is the
it's
video
YouTube.
out?
He
It's
puts
YouTube,
clips. He puts clips on you. So like
Ah.
before it was like JRE and then there's like JRE clips, like different YouTube accounts. But now it's like there's JRE clips, but to watch the whole thing you gotta go to Spotify. And what's fucked up is that there's still ads in it. Even if you have premium.
Even if it's on Spotify. Yeah,
Like,
because it's
Well,
a part
Spotify
of the podcast.
Spotify gotta make bands.
That's
back.
like a side deal. I don't even think you think.
Oh, Spotify's trying to make their money back.
You can skip them, so like I have
Oh, you can
premium,
still
so
skip
like
'em.
Oh.
I'll be listening to Rogan and it's like, oh, like Athletic Greens, go get your Athletic Greens, and it's like a minute and 15. You just fucking ding 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 ding, and then
yeah.
but there's
Plus
like
5 seconds,
there's like
15
2 or 3
seconds.
of them, and I'm like, dude, like I pay
Oh yeah.
for Spotify Premium, so I don't have to listen to ads.
That might be just Rogan specifically, because like
Yeah, he might.
I listened to another podcast called Small Town Murder, if you've heard of it.
I don't know.
It's like a comedy, but they also have
about
ads.
murder. Sorry.
It is, but they also have ads like in their show
Okay,
that are specifically from them. So I'm assuming that Rogan probably just has deals.
right.
So
Yeah, and I bet Spotify's not getting
nah, Spotify.
some of the revenue from.
Oh, they'll probably get like 10-15%, probably.
Rumor has it that both of our podcasts would sell for $2 million. Spotify
We've had some offers, but we're holding out.
compared to Rogan, that's pretty cheap.
That's facts. You know,
Fuck yeah, dude.
I wish. Yeah, our reach not quite there. Yeah, we're getting there. You know,
Dude, you know
this
what's
came out when we were humble. You know.
you know what's so funny is
I've never been on.
like, are you guys like big like YouTube guys? Like, do you watch a bunch of YouTube videos and shit?
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay,
I do.
so like, I just like I watch a bunch of YouTube too, and especially
Oh, yeah.
recently, and like, I don't know, I follow fairly big channels. Like, no, I mean, you know, usually like a couple 100,000 subscribers, like 1 to whatever,
I feel
Yeah.
very big.
and like I'll be scrolling through my YouTube feed, and sometimes I like see a page that I've never seen before, and I'm like, oh, like 12,000 followers, what the fuck? Get that shit out of here. But now that I have a podcast, I'm like, hang on, wait. Maybe this
Yeah.
guy with only 12,000 followers has something to offer.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'm missing something.
Well, and
Yeah,
what's
I've
crazy
definitely
about
done
what's
that.
crazy about YouTube for anybody who doesn't know is you need 1,000 subscribers to even make money on YouTube.
Not just it's 1,000 subscribers,
Plus viewers,
And-
right?
4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Have you seen these websites where you can pay?
I mean that
Dude,
makes
it's
For like
Amazon.
watches?
well for
Yeah.
for bots and stuff. Yeah.
It's like, you know, like $15 for a couple hundred views,
But if
or like you're 100 subscribers.
how much did you say? 1,500?
No, like 15.
100
couple
for
bucks.
15?
Yeah, like $30 to get like 100 subscribers.
The-
Like
the
it's
issue is there's
not
no-
expensive.
but the
you
issue
can
is
get your
there's,
watch
like-
hours for like a couple $100.
The issue is there's like no retention, but it can help you start. The issue is just like you don't.
Well, my
have-
thing's like, if you can influence the algorithm
That's
enough.
fake. Well, that's true. I guess it is a part of the game.
But I
It's
don't know.
all
It still
part of the
seems so
game.
scummy, though. Because, like,
no, it is very scummy. I think part of the grind is just like
You know what-
working your way there.
you know what me and Steven have been doing?
Yeah, it seems low.
We get on Call of Duty DMZ, and we play together, and we'll, like, link up with people, just fuck around, and then at the end of the match, we're like, and if you like that and more, go listen to the Midwest Crisis. Like,
That
dude,
is
I
so
swear to
good.
God, our numbers went up, like, after we did that 2 nights in a row, bro. I was like, no fucking way.
Dude, selling on the fly. I love it.
Um,
Dude, anywhere you meet them. That's so good.
But yeah,
You record that?
dude,
you
we-
gotta record that.
I've been
That's
so
gold.
on the PS5,
Oh,
you
clip?
can like clip like however many
Yeah.
minutes of gameplay.
Oh yeah.
So I've been doing that and then like
Oh,
uploading
nice.
it to my YouTube. But the problem is now I need to learn to fucking edit video,
Yeah, cut
and
it down.
the quality's not high enough either.
Do you have like a
Quality's
game? Oh gosh, what's it called? Because there's something I had for streaming where
I can guarantee I don't.
Okay.
I have the PS5. If it's any separate item, no.
You can get them for like $50 or $60, but they like stream the game onto your PC so you can save it. It's
What?
usually better quality.
I should probably
Oh,
get
it's
a
another
PC.
app?
No, it's like an
PS5.
actual device.
Okay.
Oh.
Kind of like
USB plug-in or something?
Yeah.
kind of
it's-
like the soundboard, like for audio.
Correct,
Like
yeah.
it just captures all the audio and then you upload it to the computer.
Yeah, so
okay.
it captures all of it. So then, like, if you're streaming, for example, you connect it to the PC, and then, like, it can stream the game for you, and then you can put your, like, face camera on it.
Okay, because see, that's what like we recorded, dude. I'll show.
This is getting,
I'll show.
really in depth on
Right,
the podcast.
we're getting real technical, everybody.
Hey,
But
stick around and learn something, will you?
yeah, fucking how to podcast with.
How to take her.
But no, you know what? I just completely forgot. It doesn't matter. I'm
Yeah,
working
no
on it,
worries.
but like I record it and it goes over. Like I couldn't even tell, like what the names were on the side. Like if I didn't know who was in the game, I wouldn't have been able to read because like that's how like
Oh, yeah.
blurry it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and I am decently versed in, like, I can get it out, but
Yeah.
I lose quality somewhere along the line that I haven't figured out yet, because, like, when we're recording now, this is, like, especially the friendswithdifferences.com
Looks beautiful.
looks crisp, yes.
Yeah.
But it's definitely blurry when I upload it.
You
on
upload
YouTube.
it, you're like, why does it look like Super Mario Bros, bro? Like, it doesn't look like Super Mario
Who
Bros.
brought
but-
these pixels? Where are these
Who
from?
brought these pixels? I can see them. I can see the squares.
That's not my fault.
Oh man, but no,
Oh, Jesus.
that's I don't know. That's something I always like. Whenever anyone's like, "How's the podcast going?" I'm like, "It's great," but like my advice is like appreciate people who like are on the come up. Like I said about the YouTube thing, bro. Like you come across someone with 12,000 subscribers, you're like, "Fucking bitch!" Like what? And then you're like, "Wait, hang on." Like everyone started somewhere. Like,
Yeah, 12,000 is, that number is a ton. Like, that's more than most sporting events, right?
Well, and that's what, like, I'm such a
average
nerd,
sporting-
so, like, I watch, like, Star Wars videos, Avengers, like, leaks and shit, like, and, like, some of the channels I found, like I said, they got, like, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Like, one guy, he was doing a PS5 release at every 100,000 subscribers. Well, he got to 1 million, and now he's like, well, we'll just do it, like, every couple of months or something. And it's like,
maybe next million.
right, and I'm like, damn, like, that's a big channel, like, and I don't know, it's just like,
Hey.
you put it in perspective, it's crazy.
PS5 at 100,000 subscribers. You heard it here first. We're doing it. We got you. No
All right.
worries.
If Spotify buys us, we'll give two PS5s.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good.
Are you guys big gamers?
Oh, about a couple months ago, I video game relapse. I've been playing a ton. Oh
Okay.
my god, I
Yeah.
haven't
Video
played
game relapse.
Yeah, like he's
I
been
haven't
I
hitting.
ever stop.
in months, and then I played, and I've been playing way too much these
What-
past 2
what you
weeks,
play?
That's for sure. Apex,
Apex on.
PS4.
Is that crossplay on everything?
It is.
I'll play with you sometime. I haven't
Yeah,
played
well,
Apex.
I'm trying
in
to
for-
quit,
Oh, you're
We're about
trying-
to go to some video game meetings. No, I'm just kidding. I put too much time into it.
Video
I know it's
Games
wasting
Anonymous,
time.
bro.
Oh,
Hey, I'm
yeah.
Evan and I play Apex. Hi, Evan.
It's true. I'm good too. It's terrible.
Fucking, you gotta have an outlet.
That's true. But like, it would be much more productive if it was reading.
See, no, I've had that same thought. Actually,
Multiple times, yeah.
my dad got me a book for Christmas, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking read this when I go home.
Oh yeah.
It's April. I don't know where the book is.
April.
Like,
Get out of here.
and it's,
March was a joke. That thing flew out. Oh my
March
god.
was a joke, and February is the shortest month, so that's it.
Wow.
Feels like the longest.
It does.
It's always the worst weather, too.
God, fuck.
It's kind of warming up.
No, February. I'm talking about February.
Oh.
Fuck Midwest February.
Yeah. It's
Midwest
Yeah,
winters in
yeah,
general.
it was long.
They're awful. Good God.
But we're on the come up.
We are on the come up.
I need
I'm
to
looking
start,
forward
I need to
to
start
that
streaming
weather.
again. I feel like I need to get
Yeah,
back
me
into
too. I
Dude,
went.
you shouldn't quit. You should fucking, like,
it.
do
Yeah, go
worse.
all
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, like,
For sure. No, definitely. Yeah, no, I'll stream again tomorrow, but I streamed every day for like 120 days.
Oof, stop.
I haven't streamed in, it's almost 2 weeks. It's not 2
Yeah.
weeks.
okay.
So when you take a week off,
Dude,
it's gone.
you know what it was? St. Patrick's Day, I got remarkably drunk. I got very drunk.
Of course he did.
Oh,
Yeah, of course I did. You know,
I'm so hard. I got drunk on St. Patty's Day.
It's so funny.
But I was so hungover the next day I didn't stream, and then I didn't stream. Well, I streamed at one point that week,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
the momentum halted, and I did not pick it up these past 2 weeks.
that's what happened. That's what happens. Like Steven and I did. We're so busy. Like we switch our podcast days around, and like when you switch your schedule around and everything gets fucked up, all of a sudden it's like, God damn it. And like we noticed, like we had a big gap between before these 2 past episodes we released, we had like a big gap. And yeah, like there's an audience drop when
happens.
when
So
you
that's why
when you
we're
go
on a
ghost.
schedule.
every 2 Thursdays.
Yeah, that's why we got.
It helps you maintain, man. When you're on a
sure.
schedule, the people love it.
But yeah, no, I haven't streamed on Twitch for a year. But I'm at
Dude, come to YouTube for sure.
But I have 220 followers on Twitch.
That's true.
See, like, how do you get followers though? Like, do people just like
So-
one day someone just joins and he's like, oh, okay, this is kind of
Well,
cool.
so with
Pretty much.
yeah. But with Twitch, what's really nice is if you play like a game that isn't played by a bunch of people. So like, for example, like
Okay.
I play like a game called Football Manager. It's a soccer simulation type game. But the community is very small, so like there'll be really big streamers
Yeah,
in there.
and it's called
And-
football, so I'd imagine a lot of people like buy that and then go, "What the shit? Like, why is everyone kicking the fucking ball?" It's like,
But the big streamers, they'll, like in Twitch, you like raid people. So, they would, one day I had like 20 followers. This guy came in and raided me with 1,000 people. So there's there's 1,000 people like watching me.
oh,
Yo, that's
because
so sick.
like people were watching him and then he raided.
Yeah. So then at 50 followers on Twitch, you can start like making money and stuff. People can start donating.
Okay.
So that's like the mark. So I got to 50 followers then, and then you just kind of get raids, and then you start raiding other people, and then like even if you have 2 people or whatever, people will like be like, oh, thank you so much, and they'll like follow you back.
Okay.
Kind of just keep it going.
Beautiful. The streaming community is also beautiful.
Yeah.
Sadly, on YouTube, it's not nearly as alive, to be honest. Like, YouTube's much more for the upload video. Like,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
at least grow in awareness. But I use YouTube because it records and uploads all of my streams as long as they're under 12 hours. So,
Okay.
they're all videos on YouTube.
Right. All your streams.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
So, I got, I believe, 34 loyal subscribers.
Hell yeah. Damn.
At the Gingerhouse. Subscribe.
That is crazy.
And the Friends with Differences is at, like, I don't know, 20 or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
18, 19, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's
Oh, yeah.
that's one thing that we really want to do is video, but we're working on getting. See, so like, we were recording. We'd go back and forth between like my house, Steven's house, my house, Steven's house.
Yeah.
Steven's like, he's got like a loft in his upstairs, so we're gonna like convert that into an actual like studio,
Nice.
and then I actually, you can like custom. Oh shit! What the fuck? You can wipe the top of your lip and sometimes find some sort of mysterious goo. It's probably, I'm hoping, Dr. Pepper. It's not. But you can like custom make fluorescent signs.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I want to get one of like our podcast logo.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It's expensive.
Yeah.
but- like the cheapest one's like $200.
Right.
You start putting like
How do you
fancy.
make one of those, though? What is a, like,
Oh, like physically?
As the architect, he's now trying to figure out how to make it. It was
like a fluorescent light?
Child labor, which is probably a good start.
Yeah, probably. Oof.
But
Thanks for joining us here, our Friends with Differences.
Nice, got the backside of Evan there.
Did I flash the camera?
No, just you.
That's the only rule. I forgot I was cutting in front of the camera.
Oh, this
but
looks like a shot.
That's
Looks
the
like
only
a
rule.
shot.
If you moon the camera, you have to take a shot.
I
But I don't know if I mooned the camera. Did
I don't
moon
know.
The camera?
I think it counts as a moon. I think it counts as a moon.
Your backside was turned to the chair while you were
That's
getting on
I
that
definitely
cooler.
did not moon the camera, but I'll take a
I
shot because
think
it's
it
been
counts.
the closest occurrence.
I think it counts.
What?
Should I go Makers
Hang on
this
a
time?
second.
I'll go Makers.
Water.
Oh my... Evan loves alcohol and he accidentally mooned the camera.
Yep.
Did it work?
I don't.
I think it fucking worked. I think so. It should have worked.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what? I don't know why. It should play a video. It's the only video that doesn't work, but the audio rolls.
Okay, fuck yeah.
I don't know why though.
Well,
All right. What did you have
Cheers.
any topics specific that you were thinking of, by the way? We got really in depth on podcasting.
we did. We got very
Oh, yeah.
technical, so apologies if anyone's like not into any behind the scenes shit, but as I don't know, man, like someone who's starting out in podcasting, finding other people who are podcasting, it's so cool to just be like, "Oh, like what the fuck?"
Yeah,
Like,
it's
what do
wild.
you do?
I saw on Twitter a post that you were doing a podcast that you did, but I hadn't listened to it yet.
Yeah.
And then I ran into you and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta listen." And it's honestly great. I was listening on this previous episode you came out. You know, you're quite a funny guy, but you were trying to come up with, I think, Bohemian Grove when you're talking about Alex Jones and stuff.
So Steven sends me all the episodes to like, he edits them and then he's like, listen, let me know if like anything needs to go or whatever. And so I was listening to it and I saw it and I was like, the Bohemian Rhapsody, the bow, and I couldn't. And as soon as I heard it,
Alex Grove.
yeah, dude, I was like I was like Alex Jones has been there, and people are like Sandy Hook, and I'm like, oh, like, yeah, bro, Bohemian Grove. That's exactly what I was looking for.
I don't know how queued up on conspiracy theories you are, Liam.
None.
You ever heard of the
Nah, I'm just
Bohemian
not.
Grove?
I'm not up to it.
You a
Nope.
big Alex Jones fan? No, I'm just kidding.
It's the water turning
You
the
don't know who
frogs
that
gay.
is?
Oh, yeah.
Leon Rogan.
He's psycho. He's a psycho.
I'm fucking retarded.
Joe, here's the thing. I'm kind of retarded.
Oh, it's so...
Alex Jones, man, and you know what? I fucking my favorite clip is him and Kanye, bro. Kanye's wearing that fucking stupid ass like full head mask. Kanye's like, I love Hitler. That's just like, you don't like.
Yeah, Kanye was definitely
You don't
out
love.
of place. Yeah.
He's like, well, I mean, he probably had like one good idea, and he's like, all right, we're gonna have to.
I mean, he did come up with interstates. Nobody's defending Hitler. But
He did design modern infrastructure, but I'm not. You say one good thing about Hitler, everyone loses their minds.
dude, Kanye, if you ever want to come on, feel free to reach out. We'll clear that up. No worries. No worries. I love Kanye, and I hate that he. I don't know. I hate
that he challenged the Jews to cancel him.
No, he'd be great if there was radio but no internet, you know? We don't need podcasts, I don't think, in Kanye. I don't think, probably.
No.
Not to say he should, I don't know what I'm saying.
No, but that's what he did. He went on a
love his
podcast and
music.
he's like, no one can cancel me.
Oh, and then everybody
Long live
canceled
Hitler.
him.
and then everyone was like,
And then he couldn't use his credit cards.
Well, yeah, because he also, he was basically
Credit cards
challenging.
are
He was
wrong.
challenging Adidas to cancel
Yeah.
his deal. Adidas was obviously gonna be like,
dude.
okay.
They just, he went and said no balls, and they were like, fuck, dude, like, by law, we have to cancel him now.
You double dog dared us.
It is a little fucked up they canceled his money, right? You can't just close someone's
Yeah, I
bank
think
account
I-
because
I
they said
don't
some
think
fucked
I
up.
think
I
correct
think it
to
was
say
almost
credit
like
cards, though.
I almost want to say if it was a card, it would be like an Adidas card.
Okay.
His Apple Pay wouldn't work because something with his stuff was linked, like in the
Okay.
bank.
Yeah.
Literally took like some. I don't know. He couldn't
Okay.
use his Apple Pay, but Apple Pay is linked to a credit card,
Right.
linked to an account.
Yeah.
So somehow,
I don't
he got
know.
canceled
I don't know.
in the most real way.
Yeah, dude.
is
Imagine you were
wild.
like,
But
"Fuck
graduation's great, right?
y'all can't." Dude, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm Jewish, so I can say this. I think I listened to like 5 Kanye songs today.
Oh.
Dude, it's so
Dude,
good.
Cheers to you, man.
It's so good. Do people listen to Michael Jackson? Why can't I listen to Kanye?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if Michael Jackson diddles kids and he gets to, and people still listen to Thriller and I always feel like somebody's what? That's Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
If people can,
Not Maroon 5. It's Michael Jackson. Dude, okay, like in New York, I lived in Brooklyn, in Bed-Stuy for, a good while there, and I got to know a lot of people. And there's definitely people, there that are like, oh, I'm listening to Michael Jackson. I'm listening to R. Kelly. That's some good music,
Right.
It's great, And
It's
they
great.
just are so behind the artist part of it. Ted Bundy made some good music,
I'm not saying I fucking
It's just like, I have no idea. I've never listened to Ted Bundy.
He made a great song and he happened to chop those women up. I didn't know.
Oh.
No, man, I feel like there's I don't know. Should no one ever watch House of Cards again?
I don't know. What happened on
Kevin
that?
Spacey?
Yeah, Kevin Spacey. He assaulted little boys.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I swear I
Oh,
heard in
yeah,
the
I don't
rumor
know.
mill he's coming back.
Wait, what?
Kevin Spacey. Making a comeback.
I'm unfamiliar.
Something about, like, straddling a 14-year-old.
Oof,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do
But,
that.
like,
No.
well,
No.
yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
There's no but. To
I don't
that.
know how
I
you-
was just.
No, I was going to bring up something totally different. There's no, I'm not trying to defend
Yeah,
her.
that
I was
one-
going to talk about, like, all the shit, like Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, yeah,
like,
but
Ghislaine!
she's also in like prison, right?
Right, but
Is she?
she got
Yeah, I think
charged
so.
for, she was in Brooklyn. Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
she's in-
Because she was hiding out at that mansion. That's where
no,
they
she
found
got
her, right?
convicted for
Being, like,
trafficking,
Yeah.
his, like, assistant.
but they never said who they were trafficking to, or there was nobody ever.
Right.
What-
No, yeah, she trafficked, but, like, no one else is involved. Like, it's not about, oh, yeah, you were trafficking
Whoa.
to, like, the island for these people, or, like, there's no other end of, it's like, oh, yeah, you were involved in the scheme. You and Jeffrey. And that's it.
Well, that's why like
Open and close.
people say that. Jeffrey, that's why they say people like killed Jeffrey Epstein was to like keep it
Right.
Yeah.
silenced.
No,
wouldn't
I
say anything.
100% believe that.
I don't
and
wanna go all
maybe I'm
Marjorie
wrong,
Taylor Greene
but I'm
over
saying
here,
I
but-
100% believe it. I just
Marjorie Taylor Greene psycho. So I can't
A
stand. it.
little hot?
No, I'm not going with that. Not going with that. Not going with that one. No.
Yeah. Figure it
She's
out.
like 48.
oh, her again? No.
Take away
That's a lot of attitude. No.
Take away the argument about the Jewish space lasers.
I still don't know if that'll help it.
Put her on the casting couch
No,
and see what you think.
no.
It looks like we would never be able to agree on a TV show.
Yeah. No,
Like,
no.
like, there's just no-
She does have that face, doesn't
like
she?
we would never.
What do you want to watch? I don't care. All right, Mandalorian. No. All right.
What do you want to get for dinner? You want to order pizza? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, have you seen those TikToks where it's like people like making up her, like cooking up her favorite meal, and it's like they're acting like they're stirring in a pot and put it in the microwave, put it in the oven, and like put it in the water and do all this crazy shit, and then they serve it on a plate, and it's like, I don't know. It's like,
No, that's great though.
oh, God, TikTok might be owned by the Chinese, but
Yeah, I've never actually had the app.
I don't either.
It-
yeah.
it
you've
is
never
owned by
actually
the
had the
Chinese.
app.
I've never had
No,
TikTok.
I've
What are they
farmed
called, the
YouTube
CCP?
Shorts for sure.
I don't even watch YouTube Shorts. So.
Yeah, good for you.
YouTube
No.
Shorts and Instagram Reels. That's
Dude, it's like.
But
the
half of them
worst
are
drug,
TikToks.
for sure.
But
half of them
for
are
sure,
TikToks.
most of them are.
Instagram has
The good
become
ones.
an issue though because Instagram you don't even see who you follow anymore. It's literally just the Instagram
Right.
Shorts.
Right.
Yeah.
TikToks.
Twitter is the best. I'll stand by it. I've stood by it for years.
I deleted my Twitter.
Remember when everyone said Twitter was going to die?
Yeah, right.
As soon as Elon bought it, everyone was like, Twitter's going to die. And I was like, no, it won't.
Yeah. No, I have.
Oh,
Okay,
I-
I've paid attention to more changes, right, since we've talked. I don't think they're... Okay, the biggest change is the For You and the Following pages, right?
I have no clue. I don't have Twitter.
You don't have Twitter? You
I have Twitter.
Right, yeah. But that's the
Which camera
biggest
are we on?
change
I
I
don't know where
noticed.
I believe we're on this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
And hold on.
I say
Before we
off-camera.
move on. I'm not saying Marjorie Taylor Greene is banging, but like,
I can't back this up.
if she was your religion teacher in high school, you wouldn't be like, God, I wish I'd run into her at the bar. Don't lie to me. I mean, I'm not saying I agree with anything either. I don't agree with Jewish space lasers. I wish we had them. Maybe we do, but...
Jewish space lasers?
Have you not heard this?
No.
Dude, she was literally saying, like, there's Jewish space lasers. But, like, then she got elected to Congress, and she's like, well, I didn't actually
She
mean
used the phrase
Jewish
My-
space lasers.
My favorite thing is there was a Republican in office who literally goes, well, she's really grown up in her time. I'm like, she's in her 40s. like what do you mean she's grown up a lot these last few years? Like, she's 48 now. Stop.
Like she's 19,
Yeah,
like got a DUI,
like she's
really turned it around
Yeah, like she's
this
24
past
now.
semester.
No, like, she is a psycho. It's like that is in her 40s. That
what do you
Wow.
mean she's grown?
yeah, she's really grown up. She's like in these like
Good
That was hilarious. Damn.
Yeah, no, she's an idiot.
Have you guys seen her American Idol?
No.
Oh,
no
gosh.
way.
She was on American
Quite
Idol.
literally. No way.
Season 1, she was one of
A
those
member
one.
of Congress was on.
Season 1, she tried to get on. So she's one of those people they put up they showed it
She's
because it was
on
so
TV?
bad. She's one of the people from season 1
No
that.
way.
Dude, I bet that is incredible.
That is historic footage right there. Oh my
She went
Lord.
under a fake name. Her name was Sarah Sugarman. It's definitely her.
Sarah Sugar.
Sarah Sugarman.
I watched it yesterday. My mom was my mom was talking shit about her. So then I was
Hell yeah.
I was like, well, here's this video that's really funny of her being horrible on American Idol, and it's like Simon Cowell just absolutely roasting her for being a shit singer.
Dude, I work with like this one I work with. She actually kind of looks like Marjorie Taylor Greene, actually, but not as attractive. That's for sure. Not going back. Anyways, well, I was sitting in the office the other day and fucking dude, like out of nowhere. Oh, Donald Trump was indicted. So.
Right,
She
yeah, that
goes-
happened this past week. Crazy times in the U.S.
She goes, I cannot believe they did this. This is insane. But you know what? Now that they're doing it to him, they can do it to everyone else. Obama, Clinton, all of them, all the Clintons. George Bush. I used to love George Bush. I voted for George Bush. She's like, and you know what? You guys are going to find out stuff about 9/11. And I can't wait until you do.
George Bush.
I'm like,
Oh.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
No,
Yo, do you remember in high school when
Who?
the president came in for a day and was like talking about conspiracy theories?
The
around-
president?
Yeah, broccoli.
Oh, the president of Roncalli.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was
high
like,
school president.
what?
Oh, dude, I'm like, was I sick that day? The president of the United States?
No.
No, so for a few months I was working for my dad, and we had a job up at this factory in like a little bit northern Indiana, and this guy was one of the conspiracy theorists. Like,
Oh, fuck
it was
You know when you
specifically
see him.
it was specifically during COVID, so that was a whole thing. He was like my sister and mom are nurses. They just got fired because they wouldn't get the shots. I was like, yeah, because that means they don't believe in medicine. Like you know, that's how you get fired. Like, you don't believe in what you're actually doing. Like,
People come in, they're like, can I get vaccinated? They're like, are you sure?
and then
You know
he
what
was
you're signing
he was
up for.
trying to say like 9/11 was an inside job, and his whole thing was, they found his license. How did that come out of the plane? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
It does when it hits something very hard and blows up.
When a fucking plane flies into a building, it might topple it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what's the craziest one I think is like if they didn't hit the Pentagon? How is that a conspiracy?
People died.
You know?
like I don't understand.
There's like tombstones.
Yeah,
like, did people die?
Yeah.
In the
They hit
Pentagon?
a part of the Pentagon.
We can ask Alexa. Yeah. Alexa, turn the volume up. Alexa, did the Pentagon get hit on 9/11?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. On September 11th, 2001, exactly 60 years after the building's construction began, American Airlines Flight 77 was hijacked and flown into the western side of the building, killing 189 people, according to the official report.
Yeah.
Right. So thank you for confirming.
Yeah.
Were those people on the plane or in the building?
From AccessDone.com, Rome, AP.
Oh.
A small private plane carrying 6 passengers and a crew of 2
Different.
crashed on
Alexa, that's enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
You were on a roll for a little bit, but
Really gives me a charge.
Alexa, please stop.
I actually just
getting
found
bored.
so like AP News just said posts falsely claim no airplane debris found at Pentagon on 9/11, and they have pictures of airplane debris. So it's like,
yeah, I don't know how that's a conspiracy to like think.
Flat Earth.
Yeah, how is that a conspiracy too?
Dude,
Kyrie.
there is
Kyrie thinks that the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
No,
he's
doesn't.
got. Dude,
Yes, he
I
does.
swear he's been like fined
Oh
for
my
it.
God.
Yeah, he's all about that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
But there's an incredible documentary on Netflix called
I have heard
Around the Curve, I think,
Yeah.
or Behind the Curve, maybe.
Yeah.
And it mostly follows one guy, Mark Sargent, who's like one of the heads of the flat Earth stuff, and he, I don't know, he's explaining shit, but like they cut away to different people, and occasionally they cut away to like a real physicist, and like at one point there's like a real physicist, and he's like, I mean, what the fuck? like,
what are we talking about here?
He's
Are
so
you kidding
mad.
me?
He's so mad, bro. He's like, I mean, what are we doing here? Like, this. I mean, we've done all the. I mean, look at the evidence.
Well, the issue is like, people will be like, oh, I need to see photos, and then there'll be photos from the moon looking at the Earth that is rounded.
He didn't go to the moon.
And then it's like,
yeah, you didn't go to the moon.
like even if it's from the
Photoshop.
U.S.
We all
space
know
station,
Photoshop.
Right.
Liam.
like. Well, okay, but if it's from the space station, which is definitely like out there,
Steven Spielberg just made the. I'm like, dude, those special effects are better than fucking Marvel movies today. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
because they'll say that and they'll be like, okay, here are pictures of the Earth like round, and then they'll be like, no. it's like so I can never prove this to you.
Yeah.
Dude, there was.
No, you can never prove it to them. Once you're sold that the Earth is flat,
Oh yeah.
there's probably no turning back.
But I mean, there's so
Biblical
many.
times.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I like questioning. What do you call it? I guess the narrative. Like, hey, maybe.
I love a good question.
Maybe things aren't as they seem, because sometimes they aren't.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, it's just like, dude, I was being one of the worst times I've been gaslit. I was in the car. I was working in a warehouse. And I went to lunch with like 4 of the warehouse guys.
Oh boy.
And we get in the car and like I made some joke about like
It always starts with a good joke.
a good joke, bro. I made some joke about like gravity not working, like carrying me away. And like all of them kind of like do want to like one of these moves. Like they all look at me and I'm kind of like, that was funny. Like that was a good one. And they're like, you don't think like gravity's real, do you? And I'm like, like that was good. And they're like, no, like it's like density. And I go, no.
It's density.
I mean,
there's no such thing.
I'd be like,
It's all density,
I'd be like,
bro.
I mean, that is a thing, but no.
Right, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, density's real,
Yeah.
but like,
Do you
because
not believe in the concept?
well, that's what like the
Gravity?
argument that they have is that like the reason things don't float away is because weird, things are denser than air. So it's not gravity, it's because we're heavier than air that we don't just float away.
Dear God.
And
There's
so I'm
nothing
sitting in the car and
pulling
I'm
us
like...
towards the earth, it's all just because we're heavier than air.
I'm like, guys, politicians lie. I get why you wouldn't believe them. Like, people lie, I get it, but I'm like, scientists, over and over and over again, I'm like, science is such a rigorous progress, like, to even get something accepted in the scientific community takes, how many people to read and review it and go... Good to go.
Oh, you gotta be popular.
Yeah.
Well, you probably gotta die.
And like, for example, for COVID, like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, there's nanobots in it because the government wants to watch us." I'm like, the government already can see you all of the time.
If they really wanted to spy on you, it's really
we could all figure it out.
Yeah. They don't need it in your bloodstream.
Well,
I promise.
Any asshole who knows how to code can track your IP address. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, probably so. I mean, with ChatGPT, I probably could. But no, like, in New York, I definitely lived with somebody who denied science.
Yeah.
And just, like, the science, like, you know, because evolution is pretty proven. You know?
That's one of the big ones.
To deny evolution in, like, history. You have to deny history. That's just, like,
you have to blatantly look at, like, certain research and go... But forget that for a second.
You just have to have blind, or not blind faith, but faith in something so, I don't know.
Well, that argument, they'll be like,
WH.
They'll be like,
OLE.
Yeah. UY. HOLUY. There you go.
WHIT.
Yeah.
E.
But, no, like, they'll believe, like, Adam and Eve, you know, there was only two people or whatever. But then it's like, so we're all inbred? Like, are we really going to say that we're all
trace it all back?
Super inbred?
Yeah, but the Blue family in Kentucky happened.
Yeah.
But we're all inbred.
Yeah.
I think that's the craziest thing about going to a Catholic high school and learning science was that there's science teachers who go, yeah, the Earth is 5,000 years old. I'm like, you're my physics teacher?
5,000 years old?
Yeah.
5,000. No way.
Yeah, I'm like, you're
It's
teaching
supposed to be how old the Bible says. So, like, 6,000.
Is it actually?
The Bible,
they say the Earth is...
Well,
there's
but
people
there are also
that.
people, like, that's 6,000 years. Like, the Bible is just guessing. Like they don't know.
Yeah. You know how short 6,000 years is?
Well, they also took all the early stories, right? Like, Noah is based on Gilgamesh, which is a story that was written 3,000 years before the Bible.
They're actually, who was it? One of my buddies was super into, like, disproving religions. And so he's like, if you look at the research, like, most of the stories, like, from the Bible are just repurposed versions of older tales. Yeah. And part of me, I'm like, okay. I don't know. I'm not really... I mean,
to encompass what the Bible is just a lot, for sure. You know, I heard there was a book, something like the Bible, that was translated. One of the earliest versions said that, like, the rain was, like, God coming on the earth.
Really?
You know, like... because the God kind of has he's planting seeds, you know.
Like the seed of life type shit, he's spreading his seed.
He's coming to produce a great harvest. Yeah.
That's what's great, like, part of me is like...
Makes sense to me.
Right. It's beautiful.
I don't want to catch too much flack for this, but it's like...
Oh, we're trying to get canceled.
part of, like, the religion stuff I get, because it's like the whole, like, golden rule, for example. That's my favorite example. Do unto others as you would do to yourself. That's a great mantra to live by. I mean, regardless of religion. Like, you should just be nice. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason...
earlier, instantly, pay respect. If you don't know somebody, you're going to instantly...
So I'm also not religious, but a pope actually said one of my favorite quotes, and it's like, every religion's a different view of the same diamond.
Yeah.
So it's like, they all say they have the perfect view.
Right.
But it's like, a lot of them have very similar things. It's literally just don't be an asshole. It's really what you should learn from religion.
Comes down to it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like, if everyone followed the golden rule or whatever it's called, just don't be an asshole. It's like, oh, yeah, like, that would be a lot better place. Yeah. But, like, I guess my problem with the religion, especially Catholicism, since I went there for from grade school to high school.
Yeah.
It's like just the technicalities and stuff. Because like part of me is like, yeah, man, like because like part of like for me it's like sex before marriage. Like, well, no, you should probably. You should maybe probably have sex, but before you marry someone.
I'm not gonna say I would never tell somebody you should probably have sex. I might wink at somebody or something,
Well, I mean, like if someone's like,
it's also like
it depends who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to my friends or if I'm talking to my little cousins, we're gonna have two different conversations.
Okay,
You know?
well, if my buddy comes to me and goes, I'm thinking about marrying this woman, and I'm like, okay, man, like that's dope. Like, tell me about her. And he's like, she's great. This, that, and the other. And it's like, okay, like how's the sex? He's like, I don't know. Like, bro, you should.
It's a big part of a relationship.
You should, because like that. However,
I don't know if it's the deciding factor though.
Not the deciding factor, but it's a factor.
Right. So it could be the deal breaker, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like I think for example, like also living together is a good thing to do before marriage.
Yeah.
Because then you like
these are all very new views historically, documented here on the podcast, of course.
Yeah, right.
But it's just like you kind of understand each other better, and then instead of
For sure,
instead of getting married,
understand them in a whole different capacity.
Yeah, more than just is the pussy good. Like, I mean, sometimes when you do it with someone, you're like, oh yeah, like man, like that was like that felt really special. Maybe you're like, I want to marry this woman, and then you bang her, and you're like, that didn't feel right. Like that was.
There's
weird.
just no way that's going to be the feeling, though, right?
Maybe.
Really?
So like there's a study though that says people get divorced more if they live together before marriage, but that's really just proven because it's also like the ones
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
That people that live together before marriage get divorced more, but it's also it's also because the people that live together before marriage also believe in divorce. There are religions that don't believe in divorce and don't live together before.
Right.
So then like they could be in really unhappy marriages,
But their
not
core
getting
belief
divorced.
is that you cannot. You
cannot-
bonded for life.
Yeah.
Tough
right.
titties.
Yeah.
Like I've seen YouTube shorts that are TikToks about, like, people talking about the relationship, and it's like this dude with a beard, and he's like, when I married her, we talked about, like, divorce is off the table. Like, we both talked about it, and it's like, we're both not even going to make jokes about it. Like, we're not going to imply anything because, we just talked about understanding that this is the commitment,
Can I get another shot?
Yeah, absolutely. What you want?
Whatever we had last time. Whatever the other one was.
Black Label.
My parents actually lived together before marriage, and they're happily married still. So I kind of am just like, you know what?
My parents had me in high school.
Yeah.
And they're married.
Yeah.
And that's I did a study. Oh, thank you. For health class, I had to do a research paper on teen pregnancy.
I guess
And dude, the stats on it are crazy. I mean, this was 6 years ago now, but it's 8 out of 10 high school pregnancies, the couples don't stay together, and then 50% of that 20%, what is it? The moms don't even 50%.
10%.
Yeah. So 10% of those.
10% total.
10% of teen pregnancies.
So 20% stay together, and then it's 50 of the moms who have a teen pregnancy don't graduate high school, and only 50%, so 25%, go on to graduate college.
And it's you have to have a really good support system.
Yes,
for that, for sure.
And it's just
that's tough.
Where are we? Oh, yeah, let's
cheers to that. That's tough.
Another one.
Hey,
that I don't
shout out to all those trooper moms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to those trooper moms.
And going on to that, another big one the Catholic Church doesn't believe in is birth control. And to me, again, science is sometimes that's good. People take birth control stuff for acne. And
right, a lot of
my sister
are on birth control.
My sister took it for
birth control
experts. Yeah, right.
But
I've also heard that I don't know, maybe it's a conspiracy and it's just a YouTube short that's a TikTok, but it was talking about how the divorce rate spiked when birth control came out because I don't know.
Yeah, but that's also because, again, a lot of people with kids don't feel like they can divorce.
Because they need to stay together. They need to keep the
they
family
need to stay,
together.
Yeah, they need to stay together for the kids. The issue
So
with...
right, but why would that change?
Because they're not having kids.
Yeah, so then if they're...
Because the
birth
kids
control is
are just out of the
becoming
equation.
normalized.
Yeah, kids are
as a whole.
Yeah.
It's not controlling when you have kids. It's just an outright.
No.
I'm not gonna have kids.
Well, yeah. Now that you're not on birth control, maybe you wanted to wait 5 years, but
I'm
2
on
years
birth
in.
control.
I fucking.
There is actually male birth control.
What's that?
No,
clip
there's
from?
not.
Yes, there is.
What are you talking about?
There is.
Condoms.
There is. No.
Okay, wait.
No,
yeah,
but
there's preventive-
there
yeah.
is actually male birth control.
I heard there was. I heard there
scientifically,
was.
What do you mean? Like a pill or a thing in my arm?
It's
or what are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure it's a pill.
I
but
heard
it's
there
the
was
same
like
thing.
7 p.m.
companies
timer.
working on it,
I
but
I'm sorry. What were you
They
saying?
actually did like human testing, and it's like 99% effective.
is it on the market?
I think it's gonna be on the market soon.
Isn't this called chemical castration?
No,
No, well, that's a different thing.
but I mean,
I would get a vasectomy.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip.
That's what I was thinking about that clip from The Office. That's what she said. You want to have kids, you don't want to have kids. Back and forth, snip, snap, snip, snap. We can't do it anymore, Jan.
but
You have no idea the physical toll that 3 vasectomies has on a man. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
What a great show, man.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh, best show of all time. It's literally my favorite show.
But yeah, the only issues, there's some guys that were saying like they were dealing with like hormonal issues or something, and then girls were like, yeah, and this is what we've been dealing with all the time.
Yeah.
Guys having a moral issue.
Hormonal.
But
It's like
it's a
guys are
con-
having bad
But
mornings.
it's like a consistent thing, you know,
What?
comparatively.
No,
Like,
no, it's
girls' hormonal issues I perceive to be more like a roller coaster, whereas guys, I just think it's like,
Okay.
you know, it's just kind of always on and up.
But
no?
why is it up and like? I mean, a lot of them
Because they
are.
have periods and whatnot. Because
Yeah.
it's a cycle.
That
That's how I
is
perceive it.
scientifically proven to make mood swings. But that's
But-
science.
You know, that's just what I perceive to
But
be.
like birth control in general adds like another level of hormonal.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah,
So-
that is true. Yeah.
So like, when it was just funny because like when male birth control was going through the human testing, guys were complaining about hormonal changes, and it's just like,
absolutely.
and it's just like girls are like, yeah, we've been going through this
all
the time.
dude, abortion. Flush that thing.
Yeah, except abortions are expensive.
We don't have to get into it.
Yeah, and I like, you know, I don't know if I am really for it. I'm not gonna tell you. Like, there's probably a time down the line where I don't want you to have an abortion because it's like, that thing's like pretty much a baby inside there, right?
Well, that's what Bill
But like,
Burr.
I'm not
Have you
gonna
heard
tell
Bill,
you not to take a Plan B.
Bill Burr had, it was either in Paper Tiger or one of his specials. He's like, he's like, you know, like, whatever, you know, you want to get one, whatever. But he's like, if I'm baking a cake, and you know, like, he's like, if you're baking a cake and you have all the ingredients, you mix it all together and you put it in the oven, and I take it out and I throw it across the floor. And you go, oh, I was baking a cake, and I go, whoa, I won the cake yet. he's like, and you know, I just feel like maybe there's a little more to talk about. And I'm like, okay, like that's a good joke, and also like maybe, yeah, like.
No, that's
I mean,
for sure.
I mean, I think it was Buttigieg that
So
like.
the joke.
I think Buttigieg went on to like Fox News or something and was like debating with one of the anchors about it, but it was
Well,
like
that's just a moot point. I don't.
yeah. But it was all about the whole like third trimester abortions, and like Buttigieg was saying there wasn't many, like actually there wasn't really many of them unless there was the woman's life's in danger.
Yeah.
But the Fox News guy kept trying to say how many
that
there
should
were.
be a thing.
Was
Should definitely like.
Was it Tucker Carlson? Was he?
It
like,
wasn't
should
Tucker.
take-
It
Pete
wasn't.
Buttigieg
Yeah.
wants to kill your children. More on this later.
Yo, have you guys? I get ads now when I'm scrolling through YouTube Shorts. I deleted the app recently, but I've
YouTube?
scrolled through a lot of YouTube Shorts. But
Deleted YouTube?
Yeah. I spent too much time on it. I had to do it on my phone.
It's a
I
bold
still
strap.
have it on here.
It's a bold strap when you stream on.
It's like I threw
I'm
my,
still
I threw
on
my
it on
phone
here
in the pond.
daily.
Okay, but
I just spend too much time on
Okay,
my
but
phone.
go on.
YouTube
What ads
Shorts.
do you get?
A lot of deep fakes.
Oh, yeah.
Like Rogan talking or Elon Musk talking.
Are they not hilarious though?
Yeah, but
Some-
they're ads.
Oh, they're ads.
Yeah.
Ads.
Oh, that's weird.
That's
Yeah.
bad. It's
That's
not
weird.
good,
Sorry,
for
I
sure.
thought I was thinking like normal because like I've seen like plenty of shorts and
Fakes
reels and
are-
stuff, and it's like, have you seen like the presidents playing video games?
Oh, those are hilarious.
Dude, like it'll be
See,
like
those are so good.
it's
though.
like Biden, Trump, Obama, and someone else like playing Minecraft, and it's like who made it? Who took my diamonds? And he's like, Joe, you stupid ass fuck. Like, and it's like, oh my god, dude. Like,
it is
these are
hilarious.
awesome.
For sure. I'm like, oh,
But no, ads, yeah, that's a little...
it's so it's
Yeah,
it's
I don't
suspicious.
think about that.
Did you hear there was some... They're not like super, super big, but there was like some streamers and like some girl, like someone took like her image and like made porn with it, with her deepfake.
Oh Jesus.
And it's like,
That's
should make
so
money off
much.
no.
But that's
yeah.
been happening kind of.
Oh,
to, like,
wait.
streamers and
A
shit.
girl did it to a different girl.
Well, someone did it to the girl.
Oh, okay.
Someone took her image and made a deepfake
Oh, okay.
porn
Bad.
of
Bad.
her.
Gotcha.
Well, like
without
we
her consent.
like
Yeah.
okay.
I was saying,
That's
what if some
been
girl
happening
did a
for
deep
sure.
fake of herself
It's fucked up.
and then just got paid from
Because
it?
part of me is like, if you're the woman, it's like
'Cause
sell
instead
sell your face,
You know how
your image and
unrealistic-
likeness.
Your scenario was, but yeah, that scenario happens all the time. But your scenario,
What?
a woman using a deepfake
On
to-
herself.
on herself.
So then she doesn't actually have to do the porn.
So it's not her tits and her body. It's like, but
her face is.
if
like,
you market it as kind of like WWE, you know it's not. They're not actually hitting each other in the face, but it's still entertaining.
you
You
how
know
much-
that's not
so-
Margot
and
Robbie,
how
but
much easier it
but
is to
but
actually.
if she's the one making money,
you know that's not Margot Robbie, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
but I was thinking about it.
No, it's
For the
it's
OnlyFans
definitely
that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the next OnlyFans step,
Yeah.
right? Like,
well, that's like the
Because they do
you
the
know,
whole like
modern
answering the messages on OnlyFans. You know, a lot of times that's
Yeah,
like some other
yeah.
company. Like they could do that with their
yeah,
own
no, they
pictures.
outsource it.
Yeah,
to-
they outsource it.
Yeah, there's no way
They
that
can't answer 24/7.
Yeah, an OnlyFans star who has thousands and thousands of subscribers is not on her phone all day messaging those followers back.
All right, brilliant new idea. So we use the 3D printers to print models, to photograph, to upload on OnlyFans, and to make just bank.
We
Yo,
make
the
a complete
modern-
fake person, like completely fake person.
Like
Completely
don't know nobody is like
Right.
No, completely
Yeah.
fake.
Dude, like Weird Science, but like 2023.
I don't know.
Have you seen
I
Weird
hate
Science?
that I came up with this idea.
It
We
I
come
mean,
out
it
with
wouldn't hurt
calendars.
anyone at all. To be
see,
fair,
the
it wouldn't
modern
hurt anyone at
pimp
all.
is like
we
online.
we pimp
He's not lending out physical people.
Yeah,
he's
dude,
lending out digital content.
But also that's a fake person that doesn't affect anyone. The issue with that one is like it was
Oh, it's
affecting a
still
real
messed
person.
up.
Yeah.
It's so messed
so
up.
let's pimp out a fake person.
Not even a real person.
Yeah.
Let's go furry.
Like literally
Like, why not? Have you seen? Okay, like these dating shows, out of hand for sure. Have you seen Sexy Beast?
On Netflix, I've seen an episode. It's
God,
real
this
weird.
sounds like it's gonna make me mad.
It's
go,
real
Go
weird.
ahead and tell me about
They're
it.
like, seen this?
No!
They're like
Love
face
this.
painted. They're like face
Oh
painted.
my god,
It's
this is
crazy.
like straight up
Like
like
blackface?
we're gonna take
no,
Liam.
like face painted as in like gorilla.
No,
or like
we're
a
gonna take
robot.
Liam and we're gonna turn Liam into a literal dolphin. All right,
go on
and
the
then
show?
we're
Yeah.
gonna pair him up with Brianna, and Brianna we're gonna make into a furry cat, full out
Yeah.
cat, and then we're gonna set him up on a
A
blind
dinner,
date
like on a
as
dinner
these
date.
two animals.
But they're not furries.
No,
They're not genuine.
no,
No.
they're just
Okay.
people.
They're just
That's
people.
weird.
that get
It's
sucked
weird,
into
but
the
I can.
show.
I think I saw a real life furry at the gas station once.
I've known furries.
Really?
I went to an art school.
What, I mean, what do you say? I mean, like, did you talk
What
to
do
them
you
about
say?
it?
Yeah, no. Like, at a fire, talking to my neighbors, bunch of bros around, and like, you know.
And he's
being
like, what? I just like to dress up like a dog? Like, what?
Yeah, he's a whole costume, him and his girlfriend.
I mean, at least his
just
girlfriend's
furry
into
together.
Yeah.
As long as
If the girl's into it, that you're with.
Well, that's what I'm like. If you guys
I was
have
a liberal because of my girlfriend before, and I have some liberal views probably now, but I'm just saying, girls will influence you in a lot of ways. But like, I don't know, furry is a lot.
Well, yeah, like if a girl was like, I want to fuck your ass, I'd be like, no, I'm kidding.
But I mean, I guess if they're not really affecting anybody else, they're just doing it at home, like whatever.
But no, like I went to the gas station and like I was just in line. It didn't really affect me, but it's just one of those things. Like I'm holding the soda and like some chips or something. Just kind of head down, kind of on my phone, and I just kind of like do one of these like glances up, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And I like look up. There's a tail.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what the shit? And I like look up. Well, holy fuck! That's a fox.
That's a human with a tail.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, she's dressed as a fox, and then she turns around, she's got like the makeup done. I'm like, oh my god, like that did.
That's a person.
I was like, oh,
that's a person being a fox, trying to be a fox.
And again,
being
it's
a
like
fox?
it didn't. Yeah, being a fox, I'm like, it didn't hurt me. It just it caught me off guard. I guess I just was like, oh.
I lived up against a park in Cincinnati, and me and my roommate would walk around, and just
jerk off to the tigers.
Well, one of these times we were walking around the lake, and we saw these people from across the lake taking pictures in animal costumes, and we were, how can you not glance?
Dude,
they screamed at us, "What are you looking at?" And we were like, "What?"
You're in public taking, dude. That's what, like,
I'm sorry.
have you ever like come across like I feel like a good example is like the beach. Like you're at the beach and you see that girl in the water doing the like this or like the this.
I was gonna say the gym one is the ones that people like get caught, and it's just like, but they're not really getting caught. They just look. Because like they're like on their phones or something.
I love
and there's
that
there's like a camera, so they look at the camera.
That motherfucker Joey
You shouldn't be recording in the gym.
You seen that Joey Swole guy?
I don't know about.
He's like the gym positivity guy. So like, it's like people will be at the gym recording, and it's like, watch this pervert catch a glimpse at me.
Right.
And then like.
It's like they look at the camera.
And it'll cut to him, and dude, he's like jacked. Like he's definitely juicing. But
it's
like
his first time there for sure.
He's like, you don't understand that there's a camera in a public space. People are a little confused, and like he's huge. But like, he makes a good point. He's like,
for sure.
Yeah, like if I see you recording something, especially if I think I might be in the picture. I'm gonna be curious.
Absolutely.
And if it's at night or something, you see flashes and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna look. You're in public, doing a photo shoot.
There's been like videos of guys saying they're not gonna get caught looking, so like there'll be like a girl trying to do that. And he'll put his hat like over his eyes because he's like he'll just start pumping with his eyes.
He's like got his head in his shirt. He's like, yes.
He's like you can't. I can't see shit. You can't try to catch me out.
You ain't gonna catch me lacking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gold.
Oh man, dude, yeah. Oh, I was just about to. You guys said something made me think of AI, maybe. I guess like the Chat GPT.
Oh, he's big. Yeah.
Love some AI.
Love it, dude.
I don't know enough. So.
I love the idea of it, and especially like the idea of boosting daily productivity.
Absolutely.
However, like. It makes me a little nervous because I'm like. There's gonna be, like, like I love comedy, and I feel like people writing the jokes and coming up with the jokes and being real is what, that's art.
Yeah.
And there's certain art that's like
it's probably something with music.
It's and with me it's personable, and it's like because someone came up with it that's special, but like. Is ChatGPT gonna become so good that like if I'm not using it to write jokes, is there no way to get ahead?
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
Because I think the personable quality is the only thing it can...
It fails to replicate? Like...
No. It will replicate it, but to a style. It will never be original.
Oh, it's whoever put whatever into it.
Okay.
So like if you were like, oh, like write me a joke about Will Ferrell, they'll have put in like jokes from Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Like the only way they could take your style, I'd assume. I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
But
No,
like a Kevin Hart joke.
Yeah, like it takes a data set.
Kevin Hart joke is not a Dave Chappelle joke. Is not a Joe Rogan joke. So like whatever style. Okay, I see what you're saying.
But to that point, like you can break comedy down to a science to an extent.
Yeah.
Right.
Punchlines and
right. There's typical setups
structures
that people use. Right. Like Louis C.K. I mean I've hated him ever since you guys have hated him. Right. I gotta hate that guy. But he said things about
that stuff was weird.
Yeah, but he said things like he had one.
I know. I think he was funny, and I mean, it was weird.
It's weird.
It was just like I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. I guess I never understood like what he got out of that, like at all.
How he did?
Well, no, I understand what he did, but like I don't like. It's just weird because it's like I don't know.
Yeah, the point I was making was he says he's so familiar with comedy most of the time when he's hearing a comedian's bit, he knows the punchline before it happens.
Probably.
Because it's follows such a similar format.
Because he understands the setup.
Regardless of him jerking off in front of people at a party with their consent.
But
without their consent? With their consent?
No,
I don't know.
Without their consent.
Without their consent.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true though. Is that the truth?
No, it is. He locked a girl like in the room.
Whose truth?
No, I heard that the time that he got, because it was multiple times that he did it, but the time that got exposed, yeah, because the time it got exposed, I heard that he was like, "Can I beat off?" And everyone was kind of like, and then he was like,
well,
"That's not a no." Like,
wow. All right. Well, that's
so
not cool, Louis.
No response is not a yes.
Yeah, that is the truth.
But it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Verbal consent, kids.
Yeah, but no, he hasn't really been back too much mainstream. I mean, he's been like a lot of comedians have him on their podcast, and he has a website. I mean, he's big enough that he doesn't need.
He'll be fine.
He doesn't need.
I mean, he was. Let's be honest. He was probably. But that is extremely. He could literally do nothing for the rest of his life. He's probably made.
He's back in the comedic community
for sure. But he shouldn't expose himself in the public or private social gatherings.
Fair.
Without like explicit verbal, I don't know.
Hey,
explicit verbal consent.
No, I can get down on that. I think I can agree to that.
I just don't get it. I don't understand why. Like,
I mean,
hey, anybody here object to me jerking off right now?
Yeah, I object.
All right. See, you guys said yes. They should have said yes, right?
But I think they probably thought it was a joke, though. You got to think like Louis C.K. is a huge comedian.
Point. That's a huge point, right?
I guess, but
How
there's
serious
also
are you?
there's also like that thing in Hollywood where like someone goes down for something and then someone in Hollywood goes, "Yeah, we all knew he was doing it." There's a fair chance that those people were at somewhere and they go, "Yeah, I've heard Louis does that to people."
Does that to people?
Or like does that?
Oh
Not
my God.
like I heard Louis whips his dick out. Cause kind of like
but like there was have done that.
Did you hear about Jonathan
laughs?
Majors? Jonathan Majors was involved in so he recently played the bad guy in Creed.
Oh yeah, and Marvel, right?
Kang the Conqueror, and Ant-Man, and domestic dispute in New York. Per New York law, he had to be arrested because, like, domestic dispute, New York law requires that, you know, I don't know, or something happens, like, so he had to be arrested. And as soon as he got arrested, there was, like, a few reports out, and there was someone who wanted to remain anonymous, but they go, yeah, like, there's people in Hollywood, and we know, like, and that's, like, a lot of times what happens is someone goes down, and they go, yeah, like, we kind of knew it was weird, or we knew it was whatever. Like, sometimes people know shit, but they want to work, so they don't say anything.
Yeah, for sure.
They know Kevin Spacey. They hear that rumor about Kevin Spacey, but getting on House of Cards is game changing. You know.
Well, and that's the same thing with those like big producers. I mean, it's
Weinstein.
It's the whole position of power, and it's using the position of power to stop, or like to be able to do something like that and kind of get away with it because they know if they come out against you as like one person, they're gonna get blacklisted for like the rest of their career. So I mean, yeah,
It's tough.
I mean, you know, those people want to work, but at the same time, it's like
Doesn't make it right.
They threatened blacklisted is the rumor, right? Is that what it is?
Oh, Weinstein absolutely threatened. To
Yeah, I
blacklist.
mean that's kind of the.
All right, but like that's
fear.
He's a huge producer.
That threat should be nothing, right?
It should be, and I completely agree. There's like
to be blacklisted from what? Your list, like
But in an ideal world, the issue is all producers
know.
talk to each other. So like, say Weinstein was just like talking to other producers, like, hey, this like.
What do you think of Heather so and so?
His reputation over yours.
She's the worst.
You don't have a reputation,
and you don't have a reputation because he would always do it to the new. He would always do it to the new.
Might as well suck his what?
Oh.
Who said that?
But yeah.
Do you agree or not agree? This kind of almost feels like a casting couch.
You know, I try not to make it feel that way as much as possible. But I don't know what to do.
No,
I mean, with my pasty knees.
Yeah, Liam's the, like...
So you think you can podcast?
Liam's the
Oh, look,
guy
he
you're
changed
referring
the
to, I
camera
think.
before he got up so he didn't moon it again.
Yeah,
I did. I'm getting better. Slowly but surely.
I mean, I told him on the first episode, I'm eye candy, so I get it. I get it. I mean,
That's why the camera's on you most of the time.
I know.
But I get my moment.
Oh no, man! I totally dig your setup. I fucking
Appreciate it.
I love it.
Do you care if I steal your vape?
Go for it. Can I have another shot?
The worst fiend.
I have to
love this
pee.
track.
I don't know if you guys I don't know if you guys pause or if you just.
no, we just keep going. We don't edit down.
We'll keep rolling. We'll have a shot for you to warm you up when you get back.
Let me make sure there's.
But,
Am I? Oh no! I dropped my phone.
He's got it.
What just happened? What just happened? This is not a casting
I just
couch.
gave it the.
He gave it the moon, so then he gets a
bend
shot.
over.
Yeah, that's a shot. That's a shot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Is there anything else you had today?
The other talking point was vaguely just the word Illuminati. So, do you believe in the Illuminati in any capacity?
I wouldn't say it's like, you know, they always say it's like the triangle or whatever. Yeah. I don't know if I would necessarily believe in specifically the Illuminati. I would say there's probably something with a bunch of billionaires in it, like some sort of rich club.
You think there's somebody above the president that tells the president how to act, what to do, what to sign?
I mean, I think there always is like there's always like businesses, right, that have a huge sway.
There's always pressure.
Yeah, there's always pressure. No matter like,
do you think he's succumbed completely to whatever pressure?
I think all.
Yo, who's that one girl that's a spokesperson? For Biden. She's like basically the president. I hear her more than I hear Biden.
I mean, but that's how it always works. The speaker, like, you know,
Is it?
Yeah, because whoever speaks, right, is
That's who you hear more from.
Well, yeah, because they do media every day. So the only reason why you didn't see that with Trump was because Trump kept firing them. So it was a new person every few
and you'd
months.
hear Trump.
No, but you would. The reason why you would hear Trump more.
I'm just saying that I hear
Trump
more from her
but,
than I do Biden.
Yes.
So it's like she might, if she's speaking for the president, she might as well be president.
No. Like I said, the
I
person
haven't heard anything from her.
The person that's like speaks.
Just haven't.
But it's like, you know. Like,
the press secretary.
Yeah, press secretary.
Yeah.
But like you hear him every day, and the only reason why people would hear like Trump a lot is because Trump would get clipped up from both sides.
Oh, she's a secretary.
Yeah, she's a press secretary.
Wow, what a amazing role.
I mean, Trump had like 5 of them.
Wait, what's
he fired
her name?
so many.
Alexa, what's the
press secretary.
White House press secretary's name?
The names of the White House press secretaries are Jonathan W. Daniels and Karina Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre?
Karina Jean-Pierre.
I hear more from like what she's saying than I do Biden, which is concerning.
But you have to hear her every day.
The last
Like
one,
the press
No,
secretary.
you don't though, because I don't pay attention every day.
But the press secretary speaks daily, is what I'm saying.
Okay,
Every
right.
day.
When does the only times I hear Biden is like horrible clips.
they
to be honest.
clip him bad.
It's so bad. But there's no good clips. Where's the good clips? Where's the encouraging clips around, you know?
Right.
not being.
No, there hasn't.
But-
I don't know.
I'm
where
not
they're at.
saying I like Trump.
Nah.
There are some bad clips of Biden out there, dude. He sounds bad.
He sounds delusional. And, like, I haven't sat through a whole speech since a debate in the last election. But, like, the clips are so incoherent.
I listened to some.
it's
I listened to
poor.
some of the
I don't know.
State of the Union live because I felt like I thought the same thing. I'm like, they clip him bad. Is it that bad? I feel like the clips make it worse, but it's not.
He does have
It's not as bad as
he
it's
does have a
implied
natural
or
stutter,
inferred.
and he's admitted to having a stutter.
Yes, so like when he was younger, he's getting older, so he probably is
he's
losing a little bit
Over
of
80, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
81?
Trump's
Is
in
he
his
81?
70s.
Trump is not that much younger. Yeah, he's
Right.
But like
He
Trump
Yeah.
does come out, and I mean,
Yeah.
who is it? Plenty of people come out and they're like, he's like a comedian.
But
Calls people funny names, like he does. He literally runs
entertains
a
like a
yeah.
comedian does,
the
for sure.
the issue, like especially with like if you watch the debate, the thing with Trump is if somebody's talking against Trump, the way that he beat Hillary was he just talk over her. So then the whole debate
Yeah,
between
because you'd be in jail.
well, but between the debate,
Wrong.
Trump and Biden, Trump and Biden would just like get louder and louder over each other, and there was just like
I'll send you to jail.
like that was the only way. That was the only way Biden could make any points like at all.
I don't understand.
That was your watch.
I told Siri, I said I'd send you
What-
to jail. She said,
what-
sorry,
Siri
I
and
don't
Alexa
understand.
have way too much of
Dude,
a place. Get out of
My
here.
watch is what I wear it too high up, so like if I twist my wrist too
Do
high
I gotta
up.
take one too?
Yeah.
What just happened?
Or me and Mason could take one.
I guess.
Well,
Well,
do it.
cheers. To Friends with
Cheers.
Differences, episode
Friends with
6.
Differences.
keep going.
Cheers.
Good thing I'm taking a lift home.
Yeah, Black Label
Oh, that
is
one
definitely
hurt.
smoother than Maker's Mark.
Yeah, if I get a DUI, I'm sending an invoice to you guys.
Send it to him.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm sending an
driving soon.
invoice to what's the name of your LLC?
You think we have an LLC? He does, but different LLC.
I'm pretty sure that means.
We're not letting you leave drunk, that's for sure. That's
Oh
for
no,
sure.
I'm fine. But no, dude, it's
Well,
fine
you're not
because you
suing.
can't lose your personal assets.
Yeah.
So don't even trip.
LLC. I'm a liability company.
Don't even trip, bro.
Yeah, I'll trip. I'm not gonna allow any.
He's like, all right,
Oh,
well, I have to drive you home
Yes.
now.
He asked the question
No,
while you were gone. Do you think there is like the Illuminati, or is that what it was?
Well, yeah.
I heard you
the
say Illuminati when I left.
The item on my agenda just says Illuminati, and because I brought up the Illuminati when I was trying to explain to my dad the Bohemian Grove. Let's
Right.
go full circle because we never
Okay.
described what the Bohemian
I-
Grove
right.
was.
I have no
Liam
clue what
said
this
he
is.
didn't.
Oh,
I
okay.
know
Right.
what this is.
So the Bohemian Grove is something I'm not a member of this community, but
Neither
it's
am I.
Oh, is it a billionaires club? I think
it's
I
a
might have heard
billionaires
of this.
club in California that owns over 1,000 acres. I don't know if it's thousands, but I know it's over 1,000 because I looked it up and I can't remember the number. I want to say 11,000
I
something.
mean-
but they own a lot of land in California, and it's a meeting of billionaires
Politicians
and you're not allowed to
and-
discuss business, but I'm sure that happens. And they like sacrifice something that resembles a human, and Alex Jones snuck in there and took pictures. and-
According to Alex Jones, he like snuck into the Bohemian Grove, got pictures of them. I swear he says sacrificing children.
No way. Does he actually?
Yes,
say that?
because
Well, Alex Jones
part
says
of
a
the
lot
conspiracy is that they kill children
stuff. Who knows?
for what's called adrenochrome.
Yeah, to
To
look.
youth.
It's yes,
Adrenochrome,
for
yeah.
yeah.
What?
But-
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Adre-
Adrenochrome.
They-
Well, it's like a yeah.
It's what they. Again, not saying I believe it. It's just
Sure. What Alex Jones says.
according to Alex Jones, these cabal, he calls it, of politicians, billionaires, famous, wealthy, powerful people. They meet in the Bohemian Grove. They sacrifice children. They drink their blood because it contains adrenochrome, which helps them remain youthful. Almost like a fountain of youth by killing children.
Right.
So that's what we're like, Marjorie Taylor Greene is like, pedophiles and this and that, and like a lot of the Q people, because they call them a cabal of pedophiles. Like that's...
But, so
oh my gosh,
what I was saying
much.
to him was like, I believe there's probably like a billionaires like meetup or club or whatever. But
yeah, there's definitely
they talk.
billionaires.
They
There
definitely
is
talk.
a billionaires club that is Bohemian Grove.
Right,
in
I'm like,
California. That
well,
is
that's
a
what-
thing.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the Bohemian Grove is real.
Yeah,
but
and what
the
goes on there is
conspiracy,
the
whatever.
conspiracy is
to
whatever
be-
the extra
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
But like, for me with that, it's just kind of like, feel like Alex Jones just needs some more air into his like brain a little bit. I think
it
he
might just be a billionaires club.
It
It might be a billionaires club where they go.
don't
to
get me
camp,
wrong, they
and
probably-
it's just dope.
they
'cause
probably-
are
Yeah,
dope.
because they're rich as fuck.
They
and
probably
so, yeah.
do talk
It
about
could be
business.
that.
They probably do talk about business.
Right,
And that's
but
probably
that's
a normal
their,
thing.
one of their published rules.
Yes.
Well,
But-
So
and
you
maybe
gotta,
they do.
if that's a published rule, and you think because I can't imagine they don't discuss business, but maybe they don't.
They're all in
do you
different
have to have a
fields,
break
probably.
if you're a billionaire?
No, you don't. That's why you're
That's
billionaires,
probably-
because you
yeah,
don't
You're probably
break.
right. Yeah.
Like, I genuinely feel like, and I mean,
Depends. It's I would say like tech millionaires, right?
Well, you
They're-
don't believe
they're-
anybody should be a billionaire.
No, I don't. But we can get into that.
Oh, I'm an instigator.
I mean,
stir the pot.
I mean, you get advertisements for AI. I get advertisements to run for the Democrat Party in Indiana. So,
What does that say about our algorithms? It's like,
Algorithms are beautiful.
but no,
they're not.
I mean, I think like millionaires tend to work hard, right? Like they continuously work hard to get more money. But then a billionaire can kind of start putting stuff to other people a little bit more.
Right, when you get to $1 billion, at that point, your
I mean,
job isn't
like,
to make a
like
1,000
hundreds of
decisions
millions.
a
Yeah,
day.
like, yeah.
It's to make
Like Bezos,
a couple of high quality
Bezos
decisions,
is kind of backed off, right? Like he only does a few big decisions. now.
maybe, but I mean, even if he delegates everything, I mean, you got to think if I don't know. I mean, like how many a certain amount of calls got to go to the big guy.
I mean, you gotta believe in who's below you, right? Like,
Yes.
for example,
for
like Microsoft, right? Bill Gates kind of passed it.
And Bill Gates, with a company that big, yes, you have to hire people and know and trust that their decisions, without calling you and consulting you, are the right, and they're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're making the right best decisions. But to a degree, I'm like, if Bezos is on that yacht and he gets a call, he has to answer it.
I'm not saying that he doesn't answer calls or like doesn't do anything.
Well,
he does. I'm not saying he doesn't do any work. I'm saying he does less work than he probably did when he was a millionaire.
Yeah,
Trying to
yeah.
grind.
For
grind
sure.
to make
Amazon drivers are doing more work day to day than
Yes.
Bezos.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair, and I'm not supporting the billionaires. I'm just saying those drivers, they deliver packages all day. Someone calls Bezos and says, we can't make a decision on the healthcare plan. And that's a how many millions of dollar decision? Like, if someone fucks up a package, that's
well, it's not even. Well, yeah, it is that millions of dollars a decision, but it's also like the level of healthcare you think should be applied to your employees.
Okay, but I mean, anything else. We're cutting budgets, we're doing this, we can't decide on this, we got to do this. I mean, even like on a smaller company scale, like, I don't know. You know, like, even at the company I work at, like, the owner, yeah, like, he's kind of backed out, but, like, he's still, like, he gets calls, and, like, if he calls and says, I want 10 trucks, I want you to buy 10 trucks, you buy 10 trucks.
Well, yeah, it's his company, yeah.
And you, I don't know, like, if you got a decision, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, they work, and some of the decisions, because I get where you're coming from. Like, yeah, like, he's not in the office typing emails all day.
So,
yeah.
how do you justify $1 million as the... Because we talked about it on the first podcast where you agreed that $1 billion is too much and 100% after $1 billion should be taxed.
Well, yeah.
How do you
So
justify
my because the idea is that
I
they,
actually can jump on this too.
yes.
actually.
So like I think you increase the salaries of the people below you, right? So then it wouldn't have
until
to.
you make less than $1 billion.
Okay,
to
I
a
like
degree.
that. I actually like that idea. You increase the payroll of the people below you, so that way your hopefully your taxable income isn't.
Yeah.
You're not paying yourself as much because you're putting more money into the company
More
to
money,
pay your employees
more money into the
more.
people. So then it's
Right.
I think establishing the ceiling's the problem.
I guess my thing is that I've always stood by 10% of 10,000 means a lot more to someone as opposed to 10% of $1 million.
Yeah.
Or $1 billion.
Yeah.
Or if I make
What?
so for example, if I make $10,000 a year
You think
and it's a
10% of 10,000
is
It
means more.
Means
it
more.
means more
If I make so for example,
than 10% of
let me
$1
explain.
billion?
Let me explain.
Yeah.
Let me explain. So, if I make $10,000 a year,
And
I need every bit of that 10% you're taxing me.
Yeah.
Because I don't make as much.
Yep.
If you make $1 million, you don't need that 10% like I need that 10%. Because that 10%
What if
might
you
mean...
have like a $100,000 debt that you have to pay off, and there's like some shady dude with a, gun.
I
in
mean,
your
I get, but I'm
girlfriend.
like... But I mean, even increase it to like 10... Like, because I guess my thing is like, if you're looking at it as a flat tax, like... The more you take from people who make less, that money means more because a car payment might mean whether or not I buy
the less
ramen
money you
or-
have, the more value the money is.
And my idea with the whole billionaires,
Yes.
the whole idea with the billionaires getting
I
taxed
understand that
over,
concept,
right?
but-
My whole idea of that is like billionaires, right? They benefit from everything that's in place in the government, and a lot of times they find loopholes around. But like, for example, the infrastructure in this country is crumbling. Like highways and bridges, like a lot of bridges are pretty close to failure.
The physical infrastructure, I don't think so.
It's like what I want to say like 30-40% of bridges
Do
are.
you not think you'll be able to drive around? What are you afraid of?
No.
And I guess, hold on, let me also say, so while I said what I said, I also don't think you should be punishing people for running successful businesses
Right,
and I mean
right.
punishing as in like, because I mean, it's I get it, like,
I don't believe in that argument that
I don't know if it's
10%,
punishing.
Somebody who would get 10% of $10,000 would think it to be more than somebody who would get $100,000, 10% of that. Because, I don't know, I think establishing the... how you allocate that money and your responsibility in how you allocate that money plays a big role in that.
I completely agree, and I think that especially like in high school, like financials should be taught a lot heavier.
Yeah, that's
you should be taught about IRAs. You should be taught about how interest in buying homes and buying, because I feel like they never explained how buying a home works to me. They never explained how renting. You know what I mean? Like
I didn't get that until I picked a professor in college, which I was lucky enough to get.
As somebody in finance, I agree completely.
Yeah,
like that is a huge thing. On top of that, I think another thing that probably should have been given to a lot more people, right, is like a C9, for example, which is a lot of like tech.
Absolutely, I think that should be more mandatory as opposed to like, oh, if you think maybe a trade would be cool, like no, like I think you should like
more trade help, because there's a lot of people that go to college and don't finish.
Yeah.
So it's like
trade help you get some. Like we all played that game where it was like you get $1,000 in stock or whatever, right?
No. Trading. I'm talking about trades as in like electricians and like.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
I understand what you're saying.
I knew exactly what you were talking about, though, bro.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
I spaced out for a second.
No, I meant as in the people that I think that should be more readily available
Trades
across the
should
U.S.
be more
across the
encouraged.
U.S.
Like the C9
Electricians
program,
make good money. They do. They make pretty good money for a job where you don't have to go to college. And we need electricians. We need plumbers. Like, we need these people.
Yeah, typically,
Absolutely.
like, instead of college, trade school is an alternative. That is a very lucrative and real path for I mean, widely available, you know?
Well, I mean, we went
It
somewhere.
should
It should be more widely available.
We went to a high school that was labeled a life prep school. And I genuinely don't feel like it was a life prep school.
okay.
Like, there's some things where I'm like...
Hold on. Can we list
this
out
was one of the moms.
pros, cons, like how our high school experience benefited and worked against
Like setting
our
us up
life.
for the future?
One of the
setting up-
moms led
setting us up.
economics, aka all of our finance, checkbooks, straighter.
Yeah,
I knew it,
we
yeah.
kind of missed all of how to do taxes
Yeah, no,
and like navigating the everyday economy of our lives.
Yeah, like, we played that...
as a finance major, I started with zero knowledge going into college because of
Yeah.
how we were not set up.
Finance was one of the toughest classes I took in college.
Yeah.
And it was an elective.
I just feel like compared where we went sets you up well for college. They want you to be disciplined, so you're tucking your shirt in. Yes, you're tucking your shirt in. Your homework, you need to do your homework on time. You need to do this, you need to do that, and they try
Teaches discipline.
They try to do all that because when you're in college, they don't care because you're paying X amount of $1,000 a year, and if you don't do your homework, that's fine. They're going to give you an F because you're going to have to pay for another semester, and that's more money in their pocket. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But I feel like I also also went to a university where professors didn't particularly want to fail people because it reflected poorly on themselves as well.
Okay.
So
there's also a weird pressure there.
So actually,
Yeah,
that's a different point.
So there's a lot of public universities that I feel like their advisors aren't very helpful. So they tend.
That's a big point.
They tend to try to keep you to stay longer because it's more money for the school. Like
in university.
Public schools.
I feel like high school counselors, the bar should be higher, to be honest.
No, I understand what you mean, but like, for example, like I'll just put this out here, like Ohio State or IU, like a lot of times for their guidance counselors.
Not IU. I'm sorry, just an interesting demographic.
Well, no, I'm just saying these are like big public schools, like
Yes,
very big.
yes.
You're kind of just a number, so like they don't really care.
No. I'm sorry. I just didn't feel good about you
I'm
saying
yeah.
that.
I'm in the middle because
I'm sorry. I didn't let you get to your point.
I'm in the middle because
both.
I kind of see, I know where you're going, and like, yeah, like they want your money. My college advisor, I went to see him, and it was toward the end of my freshman year, and I said, man, I just don't really know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
And he goes, maybe college isn't for you. And there's nothing wrong with that. And honestly,
that's
like,
fair play.
that was
good.
that was the beginning of the end of college for me, because I kind of just sat there and
That's
I'm like,
real though.
So
and that's real.
So my sister went to IU, and for 2 years she had no idea what she was doing.
Yeah.
And they kind of just kept putting her into classes.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
kept putting her.
GE
My school, which was a
general
private
education?
private college.
Okay. Where'd you go?
University of Dayton.
Okay.
They want you out in 4 years.
Yeah.
They don't really care what your major is. They want you out in 4.
Get a degree.
So
Really?
so like if you change
Why do you perceive that they want you out?
if you
for?
change by your junior year, you can still get out in 4. And they try to make sure you get out in
maybe
4.
it's the same thing
That's
as our
cool.
high school's graduation rate, right?
Yeah.
Like they want
Right.
to
That's a big
expel and get people out before junior year or before senior year, because then your graduation rate looks
it looks better.
beautiful.
But it's also like
Yeah.
for them it's kind of just like, I mean, school's expensive. So
And it's like, yeah, you're paying a lot of money.
Yeah,
your
you're
kid gets in here 4 years in, 4 years out. You're
Well, that's all we can build.
like that's one of the
Yeah.
things, like they're like explaining it to you, like you're getting out.
Fuck yeah.
But I mean, the one thing with UD, I mean, for me it was scholarships were very good.
Okay.
Private schools,
UD's
like
private.
yeah,
Right. So
It's a-
public
it's a-
has
it's actually a
more
private Catholic school.
incentive to keep you longer, probably.
What-
Public.
well, yeah. I mean, it's just also like it's such a big school, right? Like if I went to finance at IU, like I got into Kelly School of Business, but
At IU?
yeah, IU.
Oh, fuck you.
Hard flex.
I got in at IUPUI, and I was like, I'll get in at IU, no
And
worries.
I got in at Fisher at Ohio State, but like both of them, I was sitting there. I was like, okay, I'm one of 1,000 finance kids, so it's like I'm not, if I fail a class, who gives a rat's ass? Like they're gonna get 900 out, so like the 100 that fail, so be it.
Did you graduate?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
so you said your degree's in finance, right?
Finance, economics, international business. I triple majored.
Holy shit.
But yeah, I did that in 3.5 years.
Okay, so to go back to like the beginning, what do you think in terms of high school? Like real life shit. Like what do you think you were prepped for?
I 100% agree. Like I don't think we were told personal finances,
right?
Which is a huge one. Like, I mean, again, a lot of kids don't go to college, and that's just a thing. Like, I mean, it is. Like, people don't go to college, and it's just like we aren't taught personal finances. We're not taught taxes.
Nope.
And for kids that don't go to college, that next year they're going to pay taxes on whatever job they take.
Yep.
We're not taught physical skills a lot of times, or like trades, or like even like for me, right? I didn't take drafting. I didn't take anything like that.
Yeah.
Even like one class on, I don't know, wood shop or
something with your hands.
I knew it was an option, but like it should be mandatory.
Yeah.
I feel like something that makes me like, if I have to, because now if I got a house, right, you got to do work around the house.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna know how to do any of that work.
That's how I think I kind of want to take that one step further. I think people should be mandatory 1 year at a service job.
I'm okay
in the
with
service industry.
Service.
I did. I served
food.
I did
customer
food
service. Something where you're dealing with shitty people and you realize
something humbling experience.
Something humbling, because that's what if you go I worked at Jersey Mike's, man, and when you get yelled at for making a BLT wrong, you realize the world's kind of fucked up. You're like, dude, really? Like, you came in, and then, but then at the same time, when you go work a job and you go pay $15 for a fucking sub, part of you goes,
you know what? Make it right.
Make it fucking right.
What?
Like, that's
I
what
know what mayonnaise on this.
I was getting into a argument about wages. Not necessarily an argument, because I was like, yeah, people deserve to be, paid fair and whatever.
Time's worth probably more than $7.25, but it also depends on how valuable you are as a person.
Agree, but then I'm also like, because I went to fast food, and it was my girlfriend. My girlfriend goes,
yeah.
I was complaining because they fucked up my order, and she goes, well, they probably don't get paid enough to care, and I go, I understand that. That's completely fine, and
that was me.
And that's
that was me. I got a shot.
And it's fine if you want to go.
Move the camera.
If you want to advocate for higher money, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a willing paying customer who's spending my hard-earned money at this. You know what I mean?
You shouldn't accept a job that you're going to be paid for if you don't respect it enough to do it well. You need to be able to do it well, provide a good service.
Yeah.
They are paying you to do a service.
Well, and so,
I was talking about service jobs.
I was telling him, I said, I went to a fast food place, and my order was fucked up, and I complained to someone, and I was like, and she goes, well, they probably don't get paid enough to care, and I said, well, that doesn't mean that I'm not spending my hard-earned money to get a well-made...
What do you want?
Or Maker's Mark, sure. But yes, I understand.
Can I get
I get it.
What would you like?
I moved the camera.
Bartender's up.
Preferably whatever we've been drinking. If it's
That's
Black
Label.
I'm so sorry. I know
But-
you're getting low.
But
No.
Can I get another...
Part of the experience.
Can I get another chaser?
Absolutely. We provide
I'll
here
get
at the Friends with Differences podcast.
Yeah,
we're really friends out here.
I would like to...
I gotta do the end of it.
I would like to give a toast again. Just, hey, thanks again. Thank you. Thanks again for having me.
No, wait. Wait
course,
until
of
I
course.
get this drink properly
I'm
made.
waiting.
But
Because-
no, I agree. Like I served at Skyline.
We both served at Skyline.
I got you the job.
We got
but-
paid $2.13, I believe.
Yep,
You
213.
get paid not the best money. You deal with shitty people. You get some humbling experiences, and you go, oh.
I mean, I think one of my biggest, I guess girls call it, yucks or,
Icks.
icks, yes. Biggest ick is somebody that's mean to, service people.
Yep.
Because I know their job sucks. So, on top of, waiters and waitresses, I'm talking about people on the phone. If you're calling somebody, they're not the reason your Wi-Fi's down.
Exactly.
Their job sucks. And they know it sucks. They don't want...
And that's exactly why so
might
much
as
of
well
work...
get through it together in a reasonable fashion.
Like they'll be like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, bro, I get it.
Hey,
Like,
no
I'm
worries.
not. I don't blame you.
Yeah, hey, I'm
Blame on
calling...
you.
Yeah, like you call Xfinity and you're like, hey, man, I know you're getting paid, whatever. You're the low guy. Like, it's... I'm not saying
how
it's
I
your
start.
fault. But my internet's down and something needs to happen.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, man, in my job, like, I get calls and they're like, I know you didn't break my stuff. Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Hey,
Thanks
cheers.
for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I'm having a great time. Friends with Differences.
Check out the Midwest Crisis.
The Midwest Crisis.
On Spotify.
On Spotify. Hopefully on Apple Music soon. We don't know.
It's on Apple Music. It's on Apple Music.
It's on Apple Music by this point, whenever you're seeing this. But these guys are awesome. Our next episode, I'll plug you guys on our next episode because this is awesome, and you guys should definitely come hang out with the Midwest Crisis.
Yeah, we'll have to make the crossover.
Yes.
The crossover episode. Is that what they call it? Is that what Bud Light called it?
I have no clue.
Well, that's why I almost pitched you should name this episode like we should do crossovers and we'll like swap our names like so you can call this like
Friends with
Crises or like or
That's something.
Midwestern difference.
The Midwestern differences or something.
Differences?
Yes.
Ooh, that's kind of fire.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can do something. Because typically, like, in the past, I've just been doing FWD episode
Whatever.
6.
That's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
No names, yeah.
Yeah, it's simple, and I mean, I
get it.
Well, it helps people keep track, because if they're like, oh, what episode did I listen to last time? Oh, yeah, 5. Okay, there's 6. Boom.
You can still say episode 6 and then just dash it.
I mean, now that we have a title, I might have to include it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Episode 6 and then dash.
I just feel like...
Use that vertical line.
I feel like the title's got to be like... It's got to be like good though, you know what I mean?
We'll figure it out.
The Midwest Crisis, or the
Midwest Crises.
The Midwest Differences.
Midwest Differences.
And Friends with Crises.
Friends with Crises.
I think that's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's what we don't name
Friends with Crisis.
Oh,
Friends with Crisis.
I didn't take my shot.
Oh wow, you guys both had it.
Wow.
He still got his.
No, this is good.
Oh.
This is the mixed drink I made afterwards.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? That was the longest piss I took in a month. Oh my god.
You're dehydrated is what I'm hearing.
The worst part of it is, that was the clearest my piss has been in a month. Oh my god.
So you're really dehydrated.
Regularly.
Yeah, regular.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
I thought clear piss was like good to
No,
go.
Abraham
clear
Lincoln,
piss is good to go.
Oh,
Abraham
that's the
Lincoln would
clearest
say
thing
he was he would be disappointed in himself if his piss wasn't crystal clear.
Who?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh. I thought you were talking about him.
No,
I thought you were talking about you. I was like,
No,
like, damn, you must be like, good for you, man. I was like,
No, water should be much more a part of my diet than it is.
dude, that's another thing. You know what? Let's get back to school. Health should be a bigger. Personal health should be a much bigger.
Also, why were we given
Probably,
milk?
yeah, for sure.
Why were we given milk at lunch before we were given water at lunch? That's a U.S. lunch
that's
thing.
Interesting. Kid.
You can cut this if you want. That's kind of retarded.
Yo, I love
Is milk cheaper than water?
That's what I'm saying. We
Yo,
were never
you get
given
some
water,
milk,
and then
milk?
you would think about it, and you would have headaches when you were little, and it's like, oh yeah, I was dehydrated as hell because I was never given water. The only time we got water was going to the water fountains.
Were they making money off the milk?
100%.
Oh my god,
They were
dude!
making money off the milk.
But-
They're making money off of everything.
Yeah,
Shut
but my
Shut up.
my thing is like the British people will be like, why at American schools do you guys only have milk?
And
Like,
it's
that shouldn't be the only option for sure.
And it was
Yeah,
always
but
the
water-
only option in
high
grade
school, it's like an extra $1.
Yeah.
To get a water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get a water.
it's white milk, chocolate milk, or strawberry milk.
Yeah.
What you got?
That is
Hey,
ridiculous.
chocolate milk every day.
Every
Don't worry
day.
about that.
No,
Every
I
day.
mean, don't get me wrong. It was good, but it was just like, now I think about
Until
it.
they
I was
switched to
dehydrated.
True Fuck True Boo. Okay.
But I was
saying.
Oh, yeah, what was it,
dehydrated.
Prairie Farms before?
Yeah.
Yeah, Prairie Farms is fire.
But I was dehydrated as heck.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Why did I get migraines from like 4 to 18?
Like,
oh yeah.
My girlfriend will be
4
like,
to 18, it was grade school too.
yeah, my girlfriend would tell me, she'd be like, yeah, in 3rd grade, like, I would just have these really bad migraines, and it was because I didn't have any water. It's just
that's
like,
what, dude,
it's like, that's so true.
And like
Yeah,
my parents were
water's so
huge
essential.
on soda when I was younger, so like
Yeah.
probably like 6 to 12 or 13, like there was tons of soda in the house. I pound that shit.
Actually, up until
Yeah, I
recently,
used to do better.
Up until recently, I stopped drinking soda because I started drinking. So I cut soda out.
Like drinking like
Liquor
alcohol.
and
Okay,
alcohol.
yeah.
So I started drinking
So
alcohol.
wait, time out. You implied that there was a period where you just drank alcohol and not soda.
No, I would drink alcohol with other mixed drinks, like juice or something.
Oh,
else.
okay. I was like,
A lot of times I drink
Oh,
whiskey
now
straight.
you just mix liquor with soda?
Well, I do
are you
now.
telling me you would drink mixers plain?
But it's just like, you know, I would do alcohol and juice versus...
Straight mixer over here.
Or I would do straight whiskey on the rocks. I prefer my JMO on the
Yeah.
rocks. But,
Oh, man. Good
We get
God.
it. You're a savage.
Schools are fucked up.
no, I'm just... it's
Yeah,
crazy because they'd have the Gotten Milk advertisements.
Yeah.
The school.
They were
I
paid
mean,
by the dairy
schools-
farmers.
Schools are kind of crazy. I don't think it should be. It's essentially 40 hours a week, right?
Less.
7 to 3? I mean, that's what?
High school
7
was
hours?
7:30 to 3. Yeah. So
32.
with Channel 1 and lunch or a study hall and lunch
Yeah,
for
but
people who don't.
But it's a
know.
break when you're not
It's
getting
essentially a full-time job.
Yeah.
That's a lot to
paid. That's why
ask
college...
Okay.
for. Do I trust an institution that much to send my kid there? Man, if I had a kid, I'd probably know.
A little, and again, another pro of high school. I'm glad it started at 7:30 because my job now starts at 8, and a lot of jobs start at 9.
Yeah,
so
good point.
it's kind of nice. Like, oh yeah, like, and my dad had to be at work at 7:30,
I started
so I was
at
dropped
7.
off at 7 every day. So I had to be up at 6:30 for 4 years, or until I could drive myself. But even then, I tried to be there at 7 because. I don't know if you guys ever I would hang out in the cafeteria before.
I'd get there.
Oh, yeah.
I'd get there.
I
I'd
was
get there at
locker
7. I'd get there
leader.
at 7:29. Senior year.
Running by Mrs. Hartford.
No. I go in the back door because I had study hall first.
Oh,
period.
you motherfucker!
So it was actually your
Homework
French
makeup
teacher.
class.
No, it was your French.
Joe?
Yeah, Miss Joe. I had her as my study hall.
What a fucking joke!
And she-
You never were late, were you? You
I
were
was-
late all the time, but you were never late, were
I
you?
was never late with her. She gave
She
me.
was the best.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
little
her.
rough morning,
I
sweetheart.
still love her.
However, that was the only time I got detention was because my brother got 3 tardies, and so they assumed I got the 3 tardies as well. They're like, "There's no way your brother got
Right?
and you
Dude,
got
those
none."
assholes.
I was like, oh fuck
That
off.
is the worst.
See,
shit.
I was like, what the
This
hell?
show got you. She did
Yeah.
not report that
Yes.
at all.
That's one of
the
those-
deed or whatever was
She would-
like,
she would-
oh,
she
you
would-
had to have been
She would
late.
have my name on the list. She would go back to it and cross it out and put nothing.
That bitch didn't even have the paperwork to give you detention. See, that's when I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, like, if I knew what I knew now going in as a freshman, like, they'd be like, oh, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, go ahead and pull out the handbook where I signed that.
Yeah.
And then
Not to be on Ellen.
they'd be like, ding, 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 ding. Oh, no, we don't have a signed
Yeah, they
form.
made you
I'd be
sign
like, yeah, that's tough. I'd be pulling all these technicalities and shit, like...
Con of going to a Catholic school, they made us sign the handbook. So we
They
followed
did,
the
dude. If
rules.
you didn't have it in within the first week,
They'd give you a detention.
they would be running down being like, we don't have your handbook form. And it's like, oh yeah, well, like, I'll get it signed. They're like, no, like you can't go here.
Yeah,
you don't
that
get
was
that
the
signed.
Constitution, for sure.
We all joke. They're like, you sign your rights away. Like,
Yo, Dad asked me to sign your rights away
And
while we
I'd be wearing sweatshirts every day, so I had to tuck my shirt in.
oh, yeah.
Yo,
I'll be wearing
deadass,
sweatshirts in the summer.
today I thought about it. I look like I still go to Roncalli. Like, this fit, I could wear this to Roncalli.
But it's not necessarily a bad lesson.
No.
No, for sure
But
not.
Because
the
that's-
same thing is you had it all the way up till 8th grade, so then it's just kind of like you get tired
Well,
of it.
yeah, what are you saying is not a bad lesson?
So,
Well,
like,
that's
tucking
nice.
your shirt in, it seems stupid. And then you go to college,
The uniform
and every...
isn't a bad lesson.
The uniform, so like you wear a uniform, they tell you you have to tuck your shirt in, you gotta, look nice, whatever. And then you go to college and you realize all these motherfuckers are showing up in sweatpants. And then you get a real job and you go, these people really don't care how they look. If you just put a smidge.
Yeah, put some, just a little bit of effort.
My favorite quote from my dad, if you put a smidge of effort into whatever, you're halfway there. A smidge. Because
that's such a good quote.
So many people don't even try.
You just need a smidge to get you going.
Tuck your shirt in, buy a belt. And then people go, oh, you really tried. No, I didn't. I just barely tried. And,
Yeah, I put on a belt.
But because I'm not wearing sweatpants, you went, oh, you look nice today. Like, that's what, like, at work, like, dude, I've been so bad recently. Like, I fucking wake up, like, haven't done my hair. But, like, the past few days, I've been, like, you know, doing my hair a little bit. I went in, and they were like, amazing, like, do I? It's like, no, like, I didn't. I just actually tried today. I just tried. And they're
it's
like,
the equivalent of wearing a hat in college, you know?
Smidge of effort into anything.
No, I understand for sure. It's like the same thing. Like, I haven't shaved in a while, and I just neglect.
Well, you're also in the middle stage. Like, it's coming in.
Do you want to grow it out? Because, see, for me,
I don't want to shave.
For the longest time, I let my facial hair be indicative of my life. Like, so, like, if I had facial hair, things are not going well. Like, because I'm too lazy to shave, I'm too whatever. But, like, I don't know, I've been, I don't know, my boss has me tripping about, like, looking professional, and so, like, I looked up, like, professional longer hairstyle, because I've been doing, like, a bald fade, and, the real short on top, but I don't know if you guys remember, but, like, in 2019, 2020-ish, like, I had long, fucking, like, flowy hair.
Yeah, that was during college.
I think I saw images, but honestly, that was probably the biggest gap of. I mean,
last time I saw you was
a decent gap.
Last time I saw you was high school.
Huh?
Last time I saw you was high school.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
When would be the last time I saw
We
you?
saw each other post high school some, or at least I was post high school.
You probably saw him, but like I'm just saying that for me, last time I saw him,
very vaguely though.
Last time I saw him was probably his junior
Lake
year,
House.
my senior year.
Yeah.
I think it was the Lake House.
And I didn't go.
Because I think Aaron invited me and you were there with...
I don't know if I went that time.
Ooh.
Who was your buddy who...
Sam Brown, probably.
Yeah, that's exactly who it was!
Yo, you weren't going to say anything great.
I literally was gonna be like, who's your buddy who like didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't?
Yeah, that'd be Sam Brown.
He was just there.
He
was a good guy, right?
No, he's just, a lot of times we just
No, I don't even think. He's talking about a different guy.
Oh,
am I?
Yeah, you are.
That wasn't Sam.
That wasn't Sam.
Who was it?
You're talking about that was
Cincinnati.
Last names, but like Joe.
But Sam. Came to Sam's.
You're talking about Joe.
Sam came to UD multiple times. He would get blackout drunk 20 minutes in.
Well, that's definitely not the guy.
Yeah, pass out on the beanbag. Then wake up the next day, download Skyrim onto my Xbox, which is a 60 gigabyte download.
Oh my god!
That takes
it'd be hours.
He like deleted your Madden and like all your other games.
That would take 3 or 4 hours.
Be hungover by the time it's done.
And then he would. It was a solo game. Or he'd be like playing solo zombies by himself for 2 hours. And it's just like, Sam, it's day drinking time. It's Saturday at noon.
It is Saturday.
Yeah. like you
it is the day.
UD has a student neighborhood. So like we all just have like lawns that you just drink in.
Dayton is the best campus living that I've
we don't have to
witnessed because
like how do you have to worry about
campus
landlords?
housing is what I
we don't have to worry about landlords. UD has our housing for all 4 years.
UD has housing.
The housing.
The university owns the whole neighborhood.
All right. So imagine neighborhoods, rows of houses that are just cookie cutter houses that just siding whatever houses, like 3-bedroom, but
like
the 3-bedroom is owned by the university and rented out to the juniors and seniors of the university.
So
every house
in
the neighborhood.
And seniors in the neighborhood.
So what do you do when you're a sophomore?
Sophomores,
you go to
parties
hosted by juniors and seniors.
So sophomores and freshmen. So freshmen have dorm rooms.
It's amazing.
Sophomores have apartments.
Yeah.
Junior and seniors have houses.
See, IU didn't have. See, IU
Every-
had.
I use a different story.
Almost every campus has, like, you have to talk to a landlord.
Yeah.
We never had to talk to landlords.
What do you mean? Like junior and senior year.
Junior and senior year,
Yeah.
we didn't have landlords.
Right, because you had houses.
Yeah, and even sophomore year for a lot of people.
Well, you didn't have houses.
Did you ever see?
You were supposed to have a house.
We did have a house senior year.
No.
You didn't come.
At all?
No.
You had a house.
Yeah.
A full year.
Yeah.
No,
No, you did not.
Senior year, we were on Kefauver, which is one of the big streets to party on. But, no, like, so basically what happens is Friday night you drink. There's usually house parties.
Right.
Like Saturday, it's literally all in that, like, outside. Yeah. So it's all on the lawns. And it's just, like, beer dye. And
all right, I have a question.
Oh, it's good.
How do you get invited to house parties?
You don't.
You don't. You show
You
up.
really?
UD
Dead ass.
UD literally
They
just
have
says,
beer for you.
UD says, oh, it's a community. That's our whole thing.
It's literally
It's our whole
you
thing.
bounce from
you
house
walk
party
in
to
and they
house
give you
party.
beer.
But are
because
they?
it's the neighborhood of house parties.
Are the people
It's amazing.
actually cool with you
Yes.
showing up?
Dead ass.
Yes.
It's a house party.
I promise you.
One house party looks like Project X for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it deads out. And then everybody migrates to the next Project X that's like
Right.
5 doors down.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
Okay.
And it's amazing. I'm not going to lie. It's crazy. Because
Because
it's neighborhoods
Yeah.
of people that are 22. It's just neighborhoods of 21,
dude, okay.
22
That's
year olds. Oh my
one.
God.
That's one specific thing I definitely miss about college. Is like it's because like I only did my freshman year, so like I lived in the dorm, but like I had sophomore friends who lived like IU. I mean they've got all around campus like
Yeah. I use different because it's a whole county.
right, but like they there was like some neighborhood like just south of campus, and I had a couple buddies who owned or not owned, but
Well,
lived in
lived
in houses
Yeah.
right down there. Yeah,
Like
definitely
they
not
owned
owned.
it. Yeah.
But and it was like my biggest thing was like with the parties and stuff, like even in high school, it feels weird like just walking into a party feeling like because like I didn't get invited.
Trust me, it does. I mean, I agree.
Right.
I'm 100% with you. It feels weird, but UD was so much about like the whole idea of UD, right? It's supposed to be this whole community.
But they say that about our high
Yo,
school
I
too,
can
and it
feel at
didn't
home
necessarily
anywhere.
feel like
No,
that.
I agree.
Okay.
Like, but UD, like the whole thing, like there was like you were supposed to welcome everybody. So you could walk into any party. There was no questions. They'd be like, the beer is over there.
Really?
Yo,
See, 'cause,
literally,
like,
there's like deep freezers
there was-
and refrigerators full of beer
Like,
in the
the
back
only
of the
time- the
house.
only time
You're
I-
swimming through people
Okay,
trying to get to the back
right.
of the house because that's where the beer's at.
The only time
It's amazing.
the only time
But
I
it's-
went to IU,
It's college.
I
culture.
remember
Yeah.
the only time I went to IU, I remember going to a couple parties and the guys had to pay.
Yep.
Like they had to pay like $5.
Definitely for frat parties, for sure.
It wasn't even a frat party. There
House
was like
party?
but it was like there was a
I paid
band
for a club
downstairs,
before.
like in the
Okay.
basement, so they were making everybody pay.
But see, I've heard of
We've
that.
done that.
That's very common at IU.
Correct.
Guys, $5, girls free.
Correct. But UD, it's literally anybody can come in
Fucking
for
bitches.
free. No, but it's just
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
it's literally like
I charge everybody equally.
like Jake and
Equality and equity. Everybody pays.
Hey, $10 a head.
the
Dicks don't count.
I take Venmo.
the only issue was when
Yo, I've done it
when you
before.
would roll up with like 10 to 15 guys and no girls.
Yep.
Well, why are you doing that?
Well, because
'Cause they're the
dorm,
boys.
Yeah. Well, it's also like the dorm
fine.
floor for
Yeah,
us is all
10 to
guys.
15?
Yeah, let's all link up, man. Oh, we're gonna go party. I
But-
heard about a house party, and all of a sudden you're 15 deep,
But
and all of a sudden it's like,
sometimes-
what are you doing? All these dicks.
Sometimes what we would do is we would ditch them, so then they could come back. They could come afterwards, and it would be less guys,
Yeah.
and they could get in. But if we went by ourselves, we could get in as well.
Yeah, right. Like,
You've got to separate the group.
There were a few.
3 or 4 is a squad.
Depending on what girl you're with, that girl can get. I went to Ball State a few times and was with a few girls who
Never
knew
went to Ball
like
State.
one of the guys who was hosting a party, and like guys had to pay, but I'm like, look, I get it, but no, I'm not paying to go to a party. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just not. And they're like, okay, well, like, I know the guy, he's whatever, I can get us in. And one time we did get in. The other time, he was like, just come in, I'll talk to the guy, we'll figure it out. And I go, she's not coming back out here. And they're like, no, she's gonna come back. And I go, she's not coming back out here. And they're like, dude, trust me, she's gonna come back. I go, no, she's not. I started walking back. They text me like 20 minutes later. Hey, man, are you back at the dorm? She didn't come back. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm back. I fucking knew it. I knew she wasn't coming back.
She's not U-turning.
But, like, yeah, man, just, that's my thing is I just hate that feeling of, like, like, I feel like I shouldn't be here because I don't know
I've hosted events where you've had to pay to get in, which is awesome.
Really?
And I've gone to events. Yeah.
Like,
for sure. I've
well, part of me is like, I get it, but the other part of me is like, do you really think, like I don't know.
My senior year of high school, I took Evan and Chris Hill to UD.
oh, yeah.
So
fucking call me, but I love that guy.
Fucking call
He definitely is. But
Karl Marx looking motherfucker.
But no. So so it was my cousin's junior year of college.
Okay.
And he had a house. So we went there, and then he goes, "Hey, we know somebody who's throwing a party tonight. Like, come with us."
Yeah.
We literally roll up. It's literally 6 dudes. Didn't care. They let us walk in, and then me.
Hey, shout out a true legend right there.
Yeah, Evan, Chris, and I are in the back. There's cops that roll up. We're literally smoking in the back. And
Cigarettes.
Yeah, smoking cigarettes. And the cops literally roll up, and we're not moving. And
Like,
the cops are clearing out the
budged.
house, and we're just literally just chilling there, smoking cigarettes.
Oh, we were outside of the house. There was like, okay,
Yeah.
once
We
got there, within like that evening, there was such a privilege established inside me. I was like, oh my God, we're a part of this community of people. Like, nothing can harm me. Like, I was there. This was senior year of high school, and I was like,
part
I
of
am
this
we are
one.
I literally
And then-
could not. Oh.
And then once
Nothing.
that party fully got broken up, we went to another house and just did the same thing.
Dude, I was at and I think two times total. I really have not been to that many parties, but 2 parties total I've been to.
Sure.
I've partied, but anyways, I've been to 2 parties where cops showed up.
Oh.
And the first one was in high school, and it was at my buddy's house. He lived in my neighborhood, so I just walked like right down the street, and his parents weren't home.
That's awfully convenient. Yeah.
Yeah, right. He had people over. We were sitting there, and like it's like, so if you're looking at the house, it's like front door, and then there's like right here, there's like a little window a little further back they had like a love seat right there. And I was pretty drunk, I was like kicked back on the love seat. I'm like, oh fuck, and like someone did, and I go, and then you hear, and as soon as I heard that, I went, oh, and I started like running to the back, and someone opened the door and goes, oh, cops, and by the time they said that, me and my other buddy were at the back door, and like already running, and there was like a little forest tree line, and I ran like all along, so along the tree line, I like hopped over, it's like a barbed wire fence, I like hopped over the fence, and hopped over the fence and like ran into this cornfield, like,
you're gone in the cornfield.
dude. Like, I ran like half a mile like away from my house, and then like got back to my house, and I was like, I wonder if everything's okay. So like I came back to the house, and I texted my buddy. I didn't see the cop car. I was like, all good? And he goes, yeah. He just said be quiet. And I go, oh my God.
So
oh my gosh.
I can't really show people this, but if you look up University of Dayton St. Patty's Day, this is what our school is
Liam.
like.
Alright, more relevantly. Okay.
Wow.
Relevant is not the right word, but there was definitely a time where we hosted like it was a concert in a backyard.
We did host a concert in the backyard.
That's fucking awesome.
So actually,
right after
my
high school,
my
like the
backyard.
week after high school.
No. This was
great.
before senior year.
Oh, this was junior year.
Yeah, this was
Of high school?
This was after junior year of high school. It was before senior year. my parents went on a cruise, and
This was
in the first thing they said
Wow.
to me when they left was, "Do not throw a party."
Obviously.
Obviously.
So the first thing you
And
did.
no.
was
I
plan a
said,
party.
I said,
that had been
I
done
said-
a while ago.
of course, and then threw a concert. So
Obviously.
there was
Yo,
there was
we
a
lived
few
at your
people.
house for a week.
Yeah, we did.
We called it Mega.
But we made mega room.
Mega room.
But
Oh
but there's a
no! What
we
did you
did.
do to this man's house?
we had four TVs downstairs. Had all the video game consoles set up.
That's so incredible.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
We had in the backyard. We had the fire and a projector on his house.
Yeah,
It was
we played
amazing.
Super Smash Bros. On the backside of the house.
It was amazing.
So it was like the best week ever.
It was phenomenal.
Yes.
But so
teed off
so
finale.
do you know Spencer Grow by chance?
That sounds so.
He's 2 years above you.
2 year?
Well, 2 years.
Did
above.
he have super
Very
long hair?
long, yeah,
Yep.
very long.
Yep. I knew Spencer.
So
Yep.
he had a band.
Or not knew him, but knew
Yeah.
of him.
He had
Spencer's
a band, and we were in Channel 1 together. And he told me when I was in Channel 1 with him, he was like, "Hey, like, do you know a play? Like, we're trying to find places to play."
for outdoor concerts.
Like sort of open mic shit.
Yeah,
He
yeah. He was asking
He was
for
looking
places
for
to
backyard
play,
concerts.
and then he was like, we'll play for free. So I was like, "Yo, my parents are gone for a week,
Are you
right?"
Jewish?
No.
Cause that dude.
I was like, "Yo, my parents are gone for a week. You can come and play in my backyard." And
We're not paying you, but I will charge $5 to get
we
in.
did charge
Yo,
$5.
I was thinking.
I made $600 that day.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah.
Me and Sam were the guys at the door collecting the
Correct.
money. Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
And then
Fuck yeah.
And then he got 3 other bands to show up and play. Like he was trying to get,
Yeah.
and then cops
Dude,
rolled
no,
up.
we had a whole like
Cops rolled up at 7:30,
Like,
and I had looked up.
PM?
Yes, and I looked up.
PM.
I looked up noise ordinance.
Right.
Right. And I told him, I was like, "Hey, like noise ordinance wise, I am good.
Right, I'm within the law.
I'm within the law."
until like
9. It was till 9.
Where was it?
But
It was in my backyard,
Well, what county?
Johnson County.
Oh, fuck.
But but I looked up Johnson County ordinances, and
It's
it was
9?
It was 9 p.m.
Was it a weeknight?
It was a weekend night.
yeah, it was
9
at
p.m.
least Friday.
It was Friday.
Serious? I
It
thought
was
it was...
Friday or Saturday.
But
I guess I'm thinking of
One-
curfew.
One of my
Not
one
noise
of my
ordinance.
one of my neighbors literally set up a chair and was like, "Hey, can I watch this?" And I said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
sure." And then he asked me like for a bottle of water. Got him a bottle of water, and I let him watch for free.
Right.
Because he's my neighbor.
Absolutely.
And then
If you're cool...
and then my backside neighbors, they called the cops. And they're the ones that
Yeah.
smoke weed. So I was real tempted. I would never call cops on somebody for that, but I was fucking tempted.
And you would think that the people would go out there, smoke a joint, and listen to the
Right.
music.
Right?
What are you doing?
What are you
And
doing?
and I was sitting there, I was like, I've never called cops on somebody, but I was real fucking tempted just
Because
just
honestly,
as karma.
they
Just as
got
karma.
like we had a good crowd, but it was quick because it was like
We got 2
It wasn't
people
even
in.
an hour.
I think we got 2 bands in.
not even
Or band
Did
and a
we?
half. I think we got a band and a
No,
half. We got to at least the second band.
It
And
was like an
they all
hour.
brought their own equipment. They all
yeah.
they all set up on like I have like a basketball goal, so it's like
Me and Sam were at the door,
so they set up
Top,
out there, and then there was people that were
and
just
then
coming
he
to watch.
was selling waters and
Red
monsters
Bulls
and Red Bulls.
Gatorade.
Like Live Nation.
Yeah,
It was like Live Nation. LIV.
and then the cops
It was a
came,
great
set it all
afternoon.
down, and then they came in with all the cash, and then we like had people leave.
All right.
Couldn't get their money back.
Did you have parent fallback?
No. My parents.
It went over
I said to my parents, I go.
well, because it was a warning essentially.
I had to pay $10 or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
2 admission fees.
Right.
Stupid. But no, I came to my parents and was just like, they asked me when they got back, "Did you throw a party?" And I said no, but I threw a concert, and I charged $5, and they were like,
And your dad's Jewish. So he goes,
"No."
oh, he like tipped his yarmulke to you. Go, oh, good day to you.
My dad was like, "And this is how I knew you were going into business." And I go,
Fuck
"Yes, sir."
Fuck yeah, dude! I
Oh,
tried to throw one
sorry,
party
sorry.
at my parents' house, but my parents had Ring cameras. And
Oof.
so I had been talking to guys about trying to throw a party because, like, my thing was, like, if I try to throw a party, like, I don't really know who's going to come. Like,
Yeah.
well, there was a couple of guys who were like, we have pretty big reach. Like, we'll post it.
I gotta pee, but
And I was like,
I'm listening.
I really don't know. Like, I really don't know if that makes me comfortable. And I was like, let me think about it. So I go to my grandma's and I help her and my grandpa. I think they were, like, getting decorations for whatever holiday. And
Easter.
yeah, Easter. Easter decorations up and down from their crawl space. So I help them with that, and I get on my phone, and one of the guys had posted their address on
that's the
Snapchat.
best.
And I go,
That's
hey,
the best and the worst. It's definitely the worst, but when somebody else promotes.
right? But so I go, that's dope, but, like, man, like, he said, like, come between, like, 6:30 and 7:30, and I go, dude, I'm not going to be home. Like,
6:30?
yeah, I'm like, you can't tell people to come over that early. I won't even be there. And he goes, okay, I'll take it down. FYI, 88 people have screenshotted this.
88 people have screenshotted this.
88 people, I'm like, dude.
88 people have screenshotted this and sent this to somebody else.
Yeah, I go, okay, so, like, that's, like, double my snap score. Like, so I was like, whatever, man. So I get home, and I have, like, probably, like, 10 guys over, and I was like, you know what, man? Fuck it.
Time to Project X this shit.
I'm like, let them come.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what you could do? You could cover the Ring cameras. They're like, you can cover the cameras. Oh, that's a great idea. So I get
Great idea. Get some tape.
I grab some electrical tape,
Yeah.
cover the front door. I'm on my way to the back door. And I get a text from my dad, and he goes, uncover the fucking cameras right now, or I'm going to call the cops on you. And I go, okay, well, no tape. And then my mom was like, we don't care if you, like, have people over, just be responsible. And I go, oh, we can have a party.
80 people screenshot this, no problem. No problem.
Let them come. So, dude, I'm like, post it, whatever, let them come. So all these people come.
Because you're being responsible.
Right. And so all the, dude, I
No,
mean.
I can relate because I've thrown my fair share of unresponsible events.
God, dude, there was
sure.
probably, like there, I guarantee.
I think I've heard about this party, to be honest.
You might have, dude.
I honestly think I did.
I think we let 100-ish people in my parents' house.
I'm low key sure I heard about the Fox.
And yeah, I let them
Like,
in
I'm
the
not
house.
even
And like, there's all these people in there. I go downstairs.
Oh, boy.
I go downstairs, and there's a group of like 12 people sparking a blunt in the basement. And I go, hey, wait. Hey,
Outside.
I'm like, I'm cool with a lot. You gotta smoke outside though.
Yeah,
like, I really don't
Sure I
care.
said that
In a house?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think that's a
And
number
like,
one rule.
not to be stuck up, but like, my parents have a nice ass house. Like,
Yeah.
please don't smoke and I'm like, a joint's one thing. Don't smoke a fucking. So like I'm looking down, like,
Even a
watching.
joint though.
He just sparked
Smoking
it.
in the house is
Yeah.
off
Smoking in the house gets
limits.
on
Off limits.
everything.
So I was just
It's
like,
off limits until somebody who owns the house smokes in the house and offers to you if you want to smoke in the house.
But no, like with that kind of similar, you know, my parents' rule was always like, if somebody's drinking, do not let them
go. Yeah. So
like you spend the night, like you have to spend the night.
well, we had that guy. I kicked him outside, and then once I kicked him outside, I went outside.
Yeah.
And once I went outside, I was talking to a couple of guys, and they were like, hey, man, like, what's up with these, like, things on the door? And I go, they're cameras, like, they're doorbells and cameras, like, you know, whoever's like, connected.
The Ring, you've seen Shark.
And they go, oh,
Shark
well, like, someone was talking to me when I came in. And I go, what? And they go, yeah, like, someone was like saying hi or whatever, and I was just like, fuck you.
Oh!
And I go,
Oh my.
what? And they were like, yeah, it sounded like a little girl. And I go, oh my god, that was my sister. My sister's like 8 years younger than me. She was staying at my grandma's. So my grandparents are watching the party through the camera. And I go, bro. And I go, oh my god, this is fucking nuts.
My grandparents are watching the party.
And I'm like, dude, I look over at my buddy, I'm like, we gotta do something. And he goes, bro, just look. I look over in the pool. There's like 12 girls in bras and bikinis in the pool, and I'm like, oh no, I can't do something about this. I can't do.
What do you want me to do?
I'm like, I can't tell them to leave.
You want me to tell them to get out?
Well, then
leave.
the final straw was I was buying dab carts like in bulk.
Oh yeah.
And I think
Because it's a business.
yeah, I had bought like, I mean, this isn't bulk, but I had bought like 5 or 10, and like half of them were gone. I had left them on the kitchen counter.
Ooh.
That was my bad.
Ooh.
But half of them
Yeah.
were gone. And I went up to this group of guys that I didn't know, and I go, where the fuck are my carts? And he goes, oh, yo no hablo inglés. And I go, oh, okay. And then, like, a girl who came in with them came up and, like, whispered in my ear. She goes, it's complete bullshit. He's got your cards.
Oh,
And I go, get out. And he's like, no. And I go, no. I go, you explain it to him. Go. And
God.
she was like, okay, like, no problem. Like, we'll go. And I go, I'm pissed. Like, whatever, just go. And
I said no, and I want my cards back.
yeah, right.
Oh,
but-
yeah. No. You're
Dude.
not going to stay. Somebody I've been stolen from before.
Well, and it's just like, pardon me.
But they left instantly. They didn't stick around for
Yeah.
me to find out
Oh yeah, that's
at my
the smart way to
own
steal.
party
Well, I told
that
him
I
to,
shouldn't have been
That's
throwing.
the smart way.
I
to
told
steal.
them to empty their pockets, and they kept playing that fucking game with me, and I was like, dude, all right, just fucking go before I say something I regret. Like, just go. If you stole from me, you won. That's all you're gonna get. Go. Like, the party's over.
Yeah,
like,
the party's over.
well, like 20 people stayed, and I cleaned up a little bit, put some dishes in the dishwasher, and one of my buddies, dude, he was like drinking beers all night, and when we ran out of beer, he started just drinking whatever, like, like the open beers that weren't finished. He woke me
I've
up
been
like
there.
he woke
I've
me up
been there.
3 times, bro. He woke me up 3 times. I went to bed at 2. He woke me up at 5, and he woke me up at 7. And that might have been it. But he kept waking me up going, bro, there's no more beer. And I go, there hasn't been any more beer. He goes, okay. He goes on.
So I'll tell you the last story before we probably should end it because time wise,
Yeah.
we're going over compared to everybody else.
Oh my goodness,
Ah, we're
God.
fine.
But no. So the last one was after prom, like my senior year. We had a party at my parents' house.
Yeah.
My parents were there.
Okay.
But my dad literally goes, just make sure nobody throws up.
Right.
I was the one.
No, you and a number of other people.
Correct. But what had happened was I started playing like water pong, right?
Okay.
By myself. So I would literally just go by the table, shoot one. If I made it, I took a shot.
Oh!
I'm
balls back, bitch!
I'm like, why? All right, I think about it back about it. I'm like, why did I do this?
Right.
And I kept. It was always sours. Like
Okay.
Green
Dude,
apple
sours
sours.
were big in high school.
Yeah, they were.
Big.
Sours was huge. Yeah,
Okay,
Sours
we
was.
talk about it. We had rich taste and we had really poor taste. We had like we'd have Crown Apple like at our things. It was just like Crown Apple was expensive. Like,
But then you show up in some of
But there was a range,
Yeah.
There was a
There was definitely a range. Like we would have like basically cleaning supplies tequila.
Yeah.
Like plastic bottle tequila. And
Oh.
I just remember I took like it's like 20 something shots of sours.
Yeah.
Like in an hour and a half. I
shots of sours.
yeah, and I threw up outside. But I basically blacked out after this. I like sit down like in my basement.
Yeah.
And I had to get up one time. I get up, slap my prom date on the ass. We are just friends. and go outside and throw up. And then I wake up.
Hey, yeah, baby, I'm gonna give me some of that.
And I wake up the next day with my shoes still on in the bed, like laying down on the bed, shoes still on, and passed out.
I can't wait to get me some of that.
Yeah. From
And
interesting season.
and then our buddy Sam Brown, I learned, threw up on the beanbag that night as well.
Dude,
And I have
I was
a really
awake
nice leather
literally
beanbag chair.
the whole time.
But-
I did
but
not
it's
miss
like-
a single.
It's like 3 or 4 times he's thrown up on that beanbag chair. 3 or 4. Him alone.
I'm
All
so
right.
sorry.
Well, to just round it all out, I'll tell a story about a party
I'm so
at
sorry.
my house.
I need to piss so bad.
Oh,
I don't
wait,
want you
wait.
to miss this.
Yeah, we'll
but
wait.
I
Don't
also
miss.
have
We'll
to piss.
just.
We'll wait,
just-
we'll wait.
just-
We'll talk.
Basic.
Yeah, Evan, that party was a
Don't
mess.
forget, yeah.
You're the best. Oh my
Let's go
gosh.
green.
Oh, but I'm
party
definitely
was a
waiting to
mess.
tell you.
No, I'm saying.
That party was an absolute mess, and I showed up late. I didn't go to senior year prom.
I still feel bad about that party.
And I was having a great time.
I
don't regret a single thing.
I wrote like 3 apology cards after that.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
That's heckin' adorable.
Yeah. No, I wrote
I
apology
think I
cards.
can
I mean,
anticipate for sure one of them.
yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah.
I don't know the third though.
No,
But
I just wrote a lot
I'm
of
not trying to
apologies.
name drop.
No,
too many people.
I'm not name dropping at all.
I know. I try to keep last names out of it as much as possible.
Yeah,
But
Brown's
Sam B, we're gonna have on the podcast.
Yeah, but also Brown is like nobody gonna find him.
Oh, people will find Sam B. Sam B.
But there's literally 2 Sam Browns.
Trackable.
There's 2 Sam Browns
There's
from our high school.
probably thousands.
No, that's what I'm saying. But there's 2 Sam Browns even from our high school.
Was there actually?
Yeah, there's one the grade below Mason who played soccer.
Was there actually?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was named Sam Brown. I was just like, oh wow, okay, well I can drop him.
Sam Smith.
Yeah. So, no, I mean that party was a mess. I did write I wrote multiple apology cards.
From that party.
From that party.
Oh my god.
Hey, shout out to you though, because you had the balls to throw it, and you shouldn't throw parties, kids. That's not what I'm advocating for. But one party that I threw, that I had to round it out with a story of my own. So there was a shindig at my place that I didn't have permission to throw,
Give us.
and there was way too many people.
Was this before freshman orientation?
Probably not. No, I don't think so. I think it was during. I don't know, but there was a plethora of people at my house.
Yep.
And people were getting hungry for some reason. Very hungry.
I do recall this.
And they were like, "Can we eat this? Can we eat this?
Yeah.
Can we eat this?"
Oh
all
God.
throughout my house.
The pantry raid, dude. Oh my
The
god.
pantry raid was happening. It was very much alive, and I was answering way too many questions on what they had permission to eat.
I'm not gonna lie.
And I said,
pretty sure I was a part of it.
"Yeah, you were." Yeah, you were.
I might have been leading the charge.
I might have been trying to eat straight tortillas.
I went into my
Is anyone
kitchen.
gonna eat these corn tortillas?
They're freaking delicious.
Well, I said, eat it all,
Yeah, that was a mistake.
And then, everybody ate everything there. And then, whatever later, in the party still, people were still incredibly hungry. So what did I do?
Pizza rolls.
Me and my friend, Abe, Honest Abe,
Chris Hill.
we went down to the Burger King in the
God.
drive-thru.
No, I was with you. I was with
In the
you.
drive-thru?
Yes.
No, you weren't.
No, because the nuggets
You're
were...
not going to gaslight me.
No, but the nuggets were cold, so we had to throw them
You
out.
were at the house. Yes.
No, I was with you. The nuggets were cold. We had to throw them out in the trash can at the Burger King.
No.
We got another 100.
You're not
Or is that a different party?
correct.
Is that a different party?
Hold on, I'll get to you.
Okay.
Because you just reminded me of the whole story.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh my god. So we're in the drive-thru of Burger King, and we're like, how much is 30 nuggets? And they're like $2.95 or whatever it is. Ridiculously cheap. And
Two nickels.
I'm in the passenger seat, and I'm pretty blitzed,
Oh, no, that's not the one then.
And it's just my friend. We're down the street from my place, and I left my own party to get food. and I said, can we get 350 nuggets? And they go, do you want 35 nuggets? And I said, 350. and 2 ice cream cones. And then they proceeded to forget our ice cream cones. But they gave us 350 nuggets. It was just under $60.
So
I brought it back to the party. The party proceeded to consume all 350 nuggets. Yeah. Liam and Peter or Sam, I don't know, you and somebody show up and are again hungry, and then go back to Burger King and get 100 more nuggets.
I think I do.
100 more nuggets.
I think I do recall this. It was me and Peter. It was me and Peter. Pete and I.
We had 450 nuggets from that Burger King.
Pete and I got more nuggets, and they were cold.
I'm sure they were.
They were so cold though. I bit into one, and it was so cold. We threw them out and go. We need 100 more nuggets.
No,
made to order.
Yes, we did. Yes,
He
we
said
did.
these 100 are not good enough.
We're like, these 100 are like cold. Like,
Oh,
I'm
man.
drunk as shit. I'll pay for them, but I need these made to order.
100 nuggets was under $20.
It was $10.
Oh my
$10.
god! It was
Burger King. It was $1 for 10 nuggets. That's why we went for it.
It was remarkable, and
Yeah.
we took advantage of it for
Burger
sure.
King.
So that's why I
Was on
remember
some hard
it. It was
times,
Peter and I that went, and I
Yeah.
remember going with Peter because Peter drove in his Volkswagen, and he had stick shift, and I remember sitting there drunk as hell, and he's like going stick. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna throw up in this fucking car.
Does he have one of those cars where like every time he shifts?
Yeah.
Oh, you get
Yeah. I remember it too. I remember going, holy hell,
Well, dude,
I am drunk.
I was
Yeah.
talking to my boss one
But,
time,
for
and
sure.
I go, he was like, man, I love driving stick. He was like, he's like, one of his good buddies, he's like, he let me borrow his stick shift. He had what's the muscle car? The Charger?
Dodge
Charger.
What's the
There is
Challenger?
a Challenger. Who makes the Challenger?
I thought
Dodge, I
Dodge
thought.
Challenger, Chevy Charger. I don't know.
I thought they were both Dodge.
They
might
might
both
both
be
be
Dodge.
Dodge.
Either way, it's either the Charger
know.
or the Challenger, one of them. And he's like, yeah, it's a stick shift. I borrowed it. It's so smooth. And I go, stick shift would be cool, but I feel like every time I ride in my buddy's Corolla, which is manual, like every time he shifts, it's really annoying because it's a little jerk. And he goes,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, it's because he's a bad driver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
honestly, I was very my first car was stick shift. And
Was
I
it?
was smooth. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty damn smooth with it.
No, it reminds me though. So the people we had buy us alcohol were always people that worked at Skyline with us. And
Well, no, by you alcohol. I had
no, we
other.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, but we had
there was times.
we-
Yeah,
yeah.
there was times.
we had this girl named Brittany buy us alcohol. She had actually taken me on a date. I didn't realize it was a date. She took me to Spaghetti Warehouse. She's like she was like 23,
Oh my
and
god!
I was 16.
Oh my.
Yeah, she took me
Yeah,
to Spaghetti Warehouse.
that was fun drama. at the
Spaghetti
time.
Warehouse bought me my order, bought me what I wanted, and then this was after I had quit. So
Yeah.
so I literally just drove there.
I still work there at this time.
Yes. He was there at closing. She took me to Spaghetti Warehouse from the Skyline on like 31.
Yeah.
Which was like another 20, 30 minute drive. She drove me there. She paid for everything that I paid for. And then the week later, Evan had a party and she bought all of the alcohol for us. And she chilled for the whole night.
She didn't charge you?
No, I
No,
definitely
she charged.
paid it.
She
Okay.
charged. But she stayed there the whole night and hung out with us. And she was like 7 years older than us, 6 years older than us.
Yo, but you were on the she wants me bandwagon, and I was like, we're friends, you know. So when I had a party and she was like there
Yeah.
having a good time, and she was like, "Can I stay?" I was like, "Well, yeah, you know."
Yeah.
But yes, you were friends. She did want me.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely would have taken me to Spaghetti Warehouse if she didn't.
She didn't take me to Spaghetti Warehouse.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah, no. And paid for it. So, yeah. That was awkward.
All
But
right.
she was one of our DD.
Wrap it all up. Yes or no answer. Is the Illuminati real? I'm gonna say yes, but they
Not
might
in that
not.
form.
They
Not
might
in
not
that
have
form.
business cards that say Illuminati.
I'm just saying not in that form.
As the mainstream conspiracy exists, no. But are there groups of elite who get together and maybe plan shit out? Yeah, probably. I mean...
That's what I said.
No, you have to say it in your own words. This is the conclusion.
You know, like fields of comedians, they get to, top comedians get together, they talk together. I'm sure politicians, people talk behind closed doors. And, I mean, look at us. We're podcasters and we found each other.
That's true.
It doesn't, just because
we found each other before podcasts.
just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean someone won't get your number, or it doesn't mean they won't. You know what I mean? People talk.
Yeah, you're
doesn't matter what level you're at.
So there's people that control the world, but they don't call themselves Illuminati.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fair enough. All right. You guys ready to do the conclusion?
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right.
Friends
with Differences podcast.
No, we're good. We're good.
Episode 6.
Boom.
Mason, thank you for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
I appreciate it. And check out the Midwest Crisis on Spotify.
The Midwest Crisis on Spotify, soon to be on Apple Music. It's great. We do it with Steven. Hopefully we'll have these guys on soon.
Absolutely.
I'm down. It's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah. I mean, a brilliantly entertaining podcast. You are fantastically entertaining yourself.
I had a blast. You guys are entertaining. So I wouldn't have been having a good time if you guys weren't a good time. So
well, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
So for the people, what did we talk about this podcast?
Oh boy, we got back into AI.
Of course.
A little bit of AI, a little bit of conspiracies.
Absolutely.
A little bit of education.
Mm-hmm.
Parties
are
podcasting in general.
Podcasting in general.
Hey,
that was the first 20 minutes.
Podcast.
That was the first. Yeah, we did we talked very technically about the podcast.
We did go very technical.
Which, if this is the intro, sorry if you're not really into the behind the scenes stuff, but
it happened.
It happened, and honestly, I mean, it's really interesting, and I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah, it's great education. If it's not interesting, I don't care, It's interesting. I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
And the more you know, the more you learn. What is a podcast in its raw form? Find out this podcast. But
hell yeah.
Thanks for coming out, Mason.
Dude, thanks for the invite.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you guys. Seriously.
Episode 6. Check it out. The Midwest Crisis. Friends with Differences podcast. Cheers. Enjoy the show.
The crossover coming soon.
All right, send it.
Friends with differences.
Friends with